Hi guys, welcome back to We Are Tottenham TV. This is the watch along for the Crystal Palace versus Spurs game. I'm here with Marlon from Spurs Kings TV. How are you, Marlon?
Good, all good. Spurs are on a run, so I'm happy.
What is it? Is it 6 out of 7? 6 out of 7, and it could be 7 out of 8.
Yeah, it could be 7 out of 8.
That's what we're looking for, and obviously, you know, we can't get started without bringing the main news, which is that Mikey Moore is starting on the left side of the forward line, ahead of, in a shock move, Timo Werner, who has had one of the most hilarious runs of form I've ever seen. I actually feel sorry for Timo Werner. He seems like a really nice kid. Tries hard. Spoke with Sammy, the producer, before. He made a good point. Timo Werner gets in positions more regularly that you don't see many other players get into. But unfortunately, when he gets into those positions, you can see the cogs whirring in his head.
Yeah, no, that's the thing with Timo Werner. Look, you can see me online slagging Timo Werner off, right? However, I do understand he's a good footballer, but when it comes to the stuff that he needs to do, is where the problem starts to lie in. And that's the biggest issue. Like, everyone's talking about confidence. When did you start saying this is his ability now? Because it's not just, it's not Brennan Johnson. Everyone keeps comparing it to Brennan Johnson. No, Brennan Johnson last year had, 15 goals and assists altogether?
Yeah.
Werner's not producing that. So it's a slight difference. I am very surprised, though, with what you said. I'm very surprised that Mikey Moore is starting today. The reason why I'm surprised, I wanted it. I more than want it. It's just that he played so many minutes on Thursday, and he's a young lad.
Yeah.
And I know we've got to be careful with his minutes and whatnot, because he's a growing lad as well. And these is where the injuries come in with these young boys.
Agreed.
So
I think maybe Ange's hand was pushed in a way, because Odegaard isn't even on the bench today.
Well, this is the
so
thing.
he's obviously picked up something, a little niggle
Yeah.
after coming on for a few minutes of the week. And obviously Sonny is out, which is a miss. But let's use that opportunity to go through the team, shall we? Vicario, Porro, Udogi, Romero, and Van de Ven make up the back four as per usual. And then Basuma starts ahead of Bentancur again. Maddison and Deki Kulusevski keep their partnership going, even though Maddison was taken off at half-time last week for Pape Matar, and that was a substitution that really worked wonders against West Ham. But they start again, Maddison and Deki Kulusevski, and then more on the left with Solanke up front and Brennan Johnson, who I guess we'll be hoping will get back onto a scoring streak again. I think you're right. Everything you say is right about the risk of playing a young lad so soon after so many minutes, but also, to play devil's advocate to that, he's 17 years old, and you remember what it's like at 17 years old. You're running all day, every day anyway.
He would have been there at training, when they would have trained and been like, you saw me, yeah, boss, you saw me. Sunday. But no, it's good on him. He's a young talent. He was probably like, Thursday was not great on the eye as a football game or anything like that. However, Mikey Moore, in that second half, he was getting into the game, but you could tell he wasn't comfortable. But as soon as that second half started, they had to take off their right back. Yes. That is how much chaos he was causing. And sometimes that's what you need. You just needed that. And I think for a lot of Spurs fans, it was frustration in the fact of, a lot of us have seen Werner for weeks. We don't want to see Werner no more. We want to see this young kid get the minutes in front. And Ange's given us that today. But look, I'm not going to sit here. If he has not a great game, I'm not going to sit here and say, get against him. It's time. It's timing with this boy. Let's get, all Spurs fans, let's get behind him and let's just give him the time that he needs, because he's going to be something if we can get the best out of him.
I completely agree. I guess I think one of the things that I'll be interested to see is how quickly one of the Palace players tries to get a little reducer in on him and show him what kind of senior men's Premier League football.
Well, this is the thing, isn't
all
it?
about.
Yeah. The thing about Palace as well, right? And I think a lot of people at the moment are not considering, Palace are completely off form. But everyone's talking about Elise. But for me, the biggest loss that they had this summer was Anderson. I just didn't get the transfer, why they sold him to Fulham. And I know that they got that Lacroix guy who was, who's meant to be quite good as well, but he's got time to settle. So, and I know that, what's his name? Gladstone's been playing 4 and rotating between 4 and 3. Yeah. But I've heard in the last few games he's gone back to the 3. So it'd be quite interesting to see what Palace team we come up against today.
Yeah, I think I saw on Twitter before that they're going with a 3. I'm intrigued to see who Mikey Moore actually has to come up against. Yeah. I need to work that out. But are you, just to go back to what I said about Kulusevski and Maddison,
yep.
Are you pleased that he started with that instead of maybe bringing Pape Matar in to give more kind of, arguably a more pragmatic engine in midfield?
Look, at the end of the day, if we look at the Kulu-Maddison partnership, it has been working.
Yeah.
It just seemed to be last week. Ange saw something, knew it wasn't working. And it wasn't like both were having bad games. Out of the two, when we all looked at it, Kulu was probably he was getting in the better positions, he was getting in the space. And he just saw that we just needed something extra in midfield because they just literally were compact in that first half, and that was more comfortable for West Ham. But as soon as he brought on Sarr, like Sarr just completely gave him a headache. Because he brings something different, and that's what I like to see. This is the bit that I want to see from Ange, is his in-game management, and he saw it last week. So
yeah, a lot of people have been calling for him to make earlier substitutions, and he did that, and he was pretty ruthless about it as well. Just looking at the Palace side now, Henderson in goal, Chalobah obviously scored for Chelsea against us last season, Lacroix and Gay. And then the wing-back who looks like he'll be up against Mikey Moore is Daniel Munoz in midfield with Lerma, Wharton, good young English player, and Tyrick Mitchell, who I'm always impressed by, I have to say. And then up front, Mateta, Eza, who obviously has been on Spurs' list for a long time, and I thought we were going to get in the summer, and Ismail Sarr. You talked a little bit about Palace's bad start. I've mentioned this before. Oliver Glasner, I read in the summer that basically Bayern Munich went for him. They went to Crystal Palace and said, we want to get, before they went for company, you know, when Munich were trying to get loads of different managers, they went for Glasner, and Palace said no, couldn't talk to him. And I wonder if that's just taken 5% off Glasner's motivation.
Well, it's weird that you use Glasner as an example. I think Eze's in the same boat. They
Are you
said
going to jinx us here, Marlon?
No. He might come. Look, it's 9 games in, but Eze hasn't had the best start to the season.
No.
And did he have in his head, because there was a 60 million release clause, which he thought probably in today's football was a steal. The problem was how much Crystal Palace had the upfront cost. And a lot of teams, even the big teams, unless you're Manchester City, are not going to pay that straight away. So I reckon it's a bit of both of them. I think you could be spot on there. Both of them had their heads turned in the summer, especially with Eze having the tournament as well. It might be a case of that they both just need to get back down to work and get back to, because you can't really have a start like this at Palace. And
well, every time that this is quite a regular thing for Palace, isn't it? That they end a season well, and then they start the next season badly, and then they have to bring Roy Hodgson back in. I think even Roy Hodgson might be too old to come back in again, though. Should mention the bench, Spurs' bench: Forster, Ben Davis, Radu Dragusin, Archie Gray, Rodrigo Bentancur, Papi Matasar, Bergvall, Werner, and Richarlison. So as I said, no Odegaard, which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Do you feel like Sonny might be back for the Man City game?
No. I think they're trying to manage. Look, I said this last week. They've got to manage him well. He's going to start getting more and more injuries. I feel like the League Cup game in the week, I don't think he would have played anyway.
Right.
To be quietly honest, but I think it's just a case now. Let's just manage Sonny, just get him out on that pitch when we can, and not use him for 90 minutes because he obviously is struggling. Something's definitely up there, but it's time for Mikey Moore to get his time. It's time for Odegaard, if he's any chance of him getting fit, to come in there, and possibly Richarlison. He's another one who can play left.
That's true. I actually prefer Richarlison on the left to playing in the 9. I think it's his more natural area to kind of cut in and hit those shots into the far right-hand corner. The players are now out on the pitch lining up. Spurs are going to kick off. They're going to be shooting from right to left as we look at it, and Dominic Solanke kicks off back to Basuma. It's a lovely sunny day in South London, which I'm in danger of pulling out some cliches here, but I prefer to play these kind of games when the weather's good than in like the night games where it's wind and rain.
So what are you expecting from today's game, Barnaby? Because I'm always quite interested in yours.
I said it to Sammy before the game. I expect that Tottenham will find a way to make this difficult.
Okay.
But I also hope that by saying that, I prove, as I regularly do, that I know nothing about ball and that actually it becomes interesting. I mean, obviously, the fear amongst all Spurs fans is Dr. Tottenham, isn't it? Our ability to help another team past their bad form.
Yep.
But then, when I try and think of it logically, and I look across the team, we always cause trouble for anyone we play. So, we should make chances. As Madders finds Kulusevski through the middle nicely. Solanke holds it up, and he's going to bring Porro into the game, I think, here on the right-hand side. Porro finds Johnson, who tries to play him back in, but Eze works back. And Palace clear it to Vicario. What did you kind of feel like we learned from the West Ham win last week? I wasn't doing the watch-along. I was actually in Barcelona. I watched it with Barcelona Spurs. It was fine. Actually, we're just coming forward now with Porro, who tries to find Decky breaking into the box. And now Palace on the transition. Yeah, lots of space out wide left here with Eze, but beautifully covered from Romero. Really read the game well there. He's got to go all the way back.
Oh, he's laid it straight back to Mateta there. Oh, just quickly on your question, what did we learn? That we do have a bench. I think that was key. I think after the Brighton loss, a lot of people were questioning Ange about the bench.
Yeah.
But he proved that we actually do have a bench. He actually went against his whole philosophy, which was quite bad. But Palace here in the box.
Yeah, Palace just got a really good cross in from the right, and there's going to be a shot from outside the box, I think, here. Wharton now just dinking it over the top. But, oh dearie me. So what happened there was Palace, I think Wharton just dinked a through ball over the top, and actually they were offside, Palace, but Porro didn't know that. He tries to head it back to Vicario and heads it straight off the pitch for an unnecessary corner. Unnecessary corners, for me, are my least favourite type of corner, and often, I don't want to jinx it, but often you concede from those, and it's so annoying.
No, I don't want to jinx it.
We've been better
this season, We've been better.
All getting around Vicario as well, and no one's on Sarr. That's better from Vicario, actually, and they've gone for the near post dink, the near post corner, and it's been defended out for a throw-in.
So that now is our 59th corner that we have faced this season.
I love those stats, Mark. I love those stats. What are you expecting from today? I mean, I didn't give you much other than I think we'll find a way to make it difficult. But look, I think we have to, see out the first 15 minutes, make sure the crowd goes quiet, and not give anything stupid away. And then, like I said, I think we'll make chances. Yeah,
the good look, at the end of the day, the only thing that worries me about this season has been our away form. We have to remember, we've only beat Manchester United away in the Premier League.
Right.
Every all the other games are a bit, but we played well.
Yeah.
So the thing for me today is that we just need to go and finish our chances that we create.
Decky's running in over but it's just a chip ball, I think, from Porro over the top. Might have been Romero and goes through the keeper.
And to be fair, all the games that we've won this season, have been against teams that have been completely off form, which Palace are right now. So it gives me that hope that this is where Ange thrives in this situation.
Okay, I like that stat as well. Oh, Solanke just pressing. I love that from Solanke, really pressing the keeper. And he's an elite presser, Solanke, isn't he?
Yeah, do you know what? I have to say, I think the last time when we were on was the North London derby, and I wasn't 100% sure about Solanke.
Yeah.
But now I'm fully Solanke.
You're Solanke in.
Yeah, so Solanke in. Don't get rid of him, Solanke, kind of slow. Oh, what are they doing here?
Yeah,
he's
Spurs
been so good.
Here. I think it was Romero in the end there who was a little bit lax with his touch, but Palace have given away a throw-in, thankfully.
The thing, just to go back on the Solanke, it's when he's not scoring, and that's always key for me. When you're not scoring, what are you doing for the team?
Yeah.
And he's been so good, when he's not been scoring in games, and I just can't get enough of him at the moment.
Yeah, and we're not making him many chances, so I don't think his not scoring, that he's not scoring many goals is because he's missing chances. We're just not giving him a lot.
No.
Good stuff from Spurs to get out of a tight corner throw-in situation. It comes all the way across to Destiny, who's driving a little bit forward now. Finds Maddison, who's playing in that slightly withdrawn role, with Kulusevski having the more space up the field. Comes back to Udogie, who finds Mikey Moore, gets his first touch, gives it away, but it's a throw-in off Sarr. Do you think, as the sun's out, do you think Vicario will get his trusty cap out again?
Possibly. We'll just have to see if Crystal Palace get any more corners than where they put it. Because that first one, they laid across the deck, and it was like, he can...
Yeah, it's been quite a slow kind of opening so far, but Destiny Udogie now driving at their back line. Mikey Moore just tries to nick in ahead there, but Palace bring it out.
I wonder if he went with Madders and Cooley because of how tight Selhurst Park can be in the middle. It's a very tight ground.
Yeah. They've just played a long ball through the channel into Mateta, who doesn't quite get his touch right, and Spurs get away with one there. And Vicario finds Basuma, his touch is a bit dodgy, but he finds Destiny, who does well. Madders turns out. Basuma, you got to be strong there, boy.
Oh.
And they're getting the fans into it a little bit there, and we are experiencing a little bit of buffering, so I'm going to pretend I know what's going on when I really don't. And is it coming off this computer, Sammy? Oh, it's just come forward now. We're a bit behind, though, but the fans just enjoying a little bit of rough and tumble there, but it breaks out to Kulusevski on the right now. And he finds Johnson, who finds back to Kulusevski, has to go backwards to Porro. And Eza works hard backwards again. He'll want to play well today, as I would have thought. He is signed to the agency that Tottenham do a lot of their signings from. So I always, like I said earlier, I thought in the summer, as Mikey Moore gets his first decent touch, tries to ease it through to Udogie, and that's a goal kick. I really thought... I actually think if Richarlison had been sold, I think we would have got Eza, basically.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
that was...
If he'd gone to Saudi, I think that money would have been spent on Eza.
Yeah, I actually didn't even think of that, yeah. Because that was where the money was meant to come in, wasn't it? Because Saudis wanted him at the time. But yeah, as I've been told, there's more to that Richarlison episode.
I'm listening.
That leads on. Yeah, no, some people think you weren't injured.
Right.
It was personal stuff.
Oh, okay.
And Spurs covered it up. But
And you're not able to say what flavour of person.
nah, because I don't know. I, you know, it's whether I believe it or not is the more the question.
Yeah.
But he seems to, like, Thursday night, even though he wasn't great, but I think that's because now we've got Solanke.
Yeah.
He didn't seem like he was coming back from an injury as the way he played. So that's why I was quite surprised he wasn't playing today.
Yeah. 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 Good point. Oh, Madders and Adam Wharton just having a little chat in central midfield. I think Madders will be upset that Adam Wharton, after only 6 months in the Premier League, went to the Euros and he didn't.
Yeah.
That was a good bit of work on the touchline there from
To be honest,
Solanke
though,
with the free kick.
with Madders and the Euros and England stuff, Madders is in a complete different position at the moment. And Madders is probably in a position where he's against some of the world's best.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Just to put it on that. And he's just not there yet.
Completely agree.
And maybe he probably needs Spurs to get in the Champions League so he can prove it on that level.
Good turn from Basuma, gets away from 3 people. And then what I would call a classic Basuma moment there, where he did the hard work, got away from 3 people, and then in just trying to play a 5-yard ball, really missed it. And Madders tried to find Mikey Moore on the left there, but a rare bad ball for Madders goes off for a throw. And it's a very bitty first 10 minutes here. Not a lot going on, a lot of bodies everywhere. And Spurs yet to hit their rhythm, I think it's fair to say. And young Mikey Moore hasn't really had a kick.
You can see that Crystal Palace is trying to get in our faces because they're probably not as confident as well on the ball. So you can tell they're trying to get on us quick. That's what Glasnow's told them. And they're probably trying to do what Brighton did to us in the second half.
Yeah, true. It's never, ever easy at Crystal Palace. Even we've had a few good results at Selhurst Park the last few years, but even like I remember there was like a 4-0 or a 4-1, but even that, you know, most of the goals were scored late in the second half. Mikey Moore now running at the Palace, wins a good free kick there. He really accelerated quickly there, and I love his balance. That's what I love about him. He's very hard to defend against. My mate Martin, actually, he'll enjoy this shout out. He says that his running style reminds him of Gaza, and what I said to him was, what really reminds me of Gaza is he's quicker with the ball than he is without.
Yes.
It's really incredible
very
skill.
Because you expect him to be very quick when he's without the ball, but it's actually when he's with the ball and how he glides is just amazing.
And Pedro Porro going to see this out for a goal kick.
Do you know what? It's really weird. I'm trying to not big up Mikey Moore as much, but I just can't. Every time I see him on the ball, every time I see him play, and it's just like words just come out of my mouth to go, this kid's going to be something.
Yeah.
Like him and Bergvall, for me, if we can build the team around them.
I love Bergvall, you know I do. And, you know, I don't mind that he's having a bit of a slow start.
For me, well, but it's the fact that no matter how much he is not playing well, he still wants the ball. Yeah. We don't have players like that. Even when we're winning or losing, he still wants the ball.
Just to say that Madders got absolutely taken out, and it looked like a knee to the back with some good football. Udogie plays it into, I think, Solanke's feet, who...
Oh, see, Solanke.
Lovely little Cruyff touch around the corner to Madders, and Madders gets a knee in the bottom of the spine. He looks like he's in agony here, Madders. He's on the floor. All the players are around him, but I think he's going to be okay. Looks like maybe a dead leg in the kind of the top of the arse, which is always a painful one. Guys at home, we're a little bit on delay, so I'm not in the comments, but we will be in the comments during half-time, of course. And after the game, there will, as usual, be a post-match reaction show and the fan phone-in show. Good ball from Madders now into Solanke in the half space, and he just tries to turn inside to get a shot away, and he doesn't. And it goes through to the keeper easily. Also, as ever, Madders looking in pain there. Follow Marlon's page, channel, Spurs Kings TV, and mine at Barnaby Slater _ for daily Spurs content. And those handles are in the title of this watch along. And of course, if you're not already subscribing to Tottenham TV, make sure you do for Ben and Sim's excellent daily Tottenham content. Good kick from Henderson there. It's gone all the way through to Palace, but Kulusevski reads the game well. And Spurs get some space now with Johnson, who can open his legs to the right. Go on, keep going, Brennan. Gives a little ball to Decky on the right-hand side. He's faced up by 2 Palace defenders. Oh. Tries to play it through them, and they win that. They were in a good shape there, Palace, weren't they? And he's in here. Mateta. Oh, it's Sarr, actually, sorry. But it's too much on it. And it's a Palace throw. They're looking to get over the top of our high line quite regularly.
They're looking for Sarr, aren't they? Sarr is quick as well, to be fair to him.
Solanke just pressing the centre half here. They are playing the 3 centre halves.
Yeah.
Oh, good ball inside to central midfield there, but well played again from Kulusevski. He's won the ball back twice already in that
Go on,
busy
Solanke.
central midfield.
Oh,
great
go
stuff
on,
from Solanke.
Solanke.
Go on.
In the box, let
Pass it
back.
back.
Oh, great tackle.
He got to the byline, used his strength beautifully there, Dominic Solanke. Got to the byline, and in the end, the centre-half, Lacroix, has to make a last-ditch sliding tackle. He had to be clear and careful with it, and it's a corner to Spurs. But I love that hold-up play from Solanke. Can he there just cut it back, I wonder, because Mikey Moore was making a good run into the 6-yard box.
But that's what I'm saying. Just some of the stuff I'm seeing from Solanke is such a contrast to Richarlison.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I would even say he's not a better player than Harry Kane, but he is an excellent hold-up player and wasn't always Kane's best work. Mikey Moore is going to take this corner short. Interesting little routine to the near post. And it comes out. Oh, they try a little 1-2 here. They've got to keep the ball here, Spurs. And they get it out wide again. Comes through to Moore, and he wins a corner well. He's just a smart player, Mikey Moore.
He still looks like a baby.
He does. So they're trying this interesting little move where Mikey Moore just kind of taps the corner to, I think, Porro to just hit it in from a slightly different angle. It comes all the way to the back post. Solanke wins the first one, but Wharton is able to clear it. And a free kick is given for offside. 13 minutes gone. I've written nothing down so far.
Do you know what? It has been one of those games. It's just been end to end with really nothing going on.
Yeah. Palace going to take their goal kick long. I think Palace and Glasner will be pretty happy with this at the moment. And in the same way, as I said earlier, first 15 minutes, just don't give the fans something to jump on.
Yeah.
And, Spurs have done that too. Van der Ven wins the
header.
Solanke holds it up beautifully and brings in Kulusevski now on the right-hand side. He's got no one near him, though. He tries to pass and it's blocked.
See, I thought Solanke was going to let me down after I said what I said about him. But look,
No.
he's absolutely, just some of the stuff he does. I didn't even know he had it in him. And I've watched Bournemouth, so it's kind of like...
Yeah. Beautiful.
He's definitely come up a level. It's like obviously, the whole thing happened with Chelsea and Liverpool, I think he lost a lot of confidence.
Of course. Nice play on the right-hand side there. Opens it out. And it comes through to Destiny now on the left. Madders is free, and he takes it up. And Madders is going to find Mikey Moore now. Is he going to drive at his man? They try and double up on him, and he tries to get an early cross in, and it goes straight into the keeper. But I don't mind that.
But this is where because they've obviously been playing with Werner and Son, this is where Solanke and Johnson probably just need to see what he's going to do, and then hopefully next time they'll be in the box.
Yeah.
Because I think Mikey Moore does that a lot. He just cuts back and swings it in.
Yeah. We just needed Solanke to make that run across the keeper there, really. And they've gone for that long one to Mateta again, but Romero wins it, and a bit of room for Madders, who finds Udogie. There's a lot of bodies in the centre of the pitch today, as is the way with Spurs.
That's why I'm not surprised Sarr didn't start.
Yeah.
Because it had to be probably 2 attacking players.
Well, Porro just tries to play an inside ball to Johnson, who gives away a free kick.
Because if you think about it, Lerma and Wharton are not the most attacking.
No.
Then you've got Tyrick Mitchell and Muniz on the right. So they're pretty much playing with like everyone's a defender.
Yeah. They've gone for the big cross ball, and that's been taken really well, actually. Palace doing all right here. They get it out to the left-hand side. They're going to try and get a crossing. Can we stop it at source? No, we can't. It comes over, but cleared at the near post by Udogie in a decent position. Okay.
Wow. Van der Ven, you got to talk to him.
Udogie does well there, though. And now a little break opportunity for Spurs. Mikey Moore takes it up, but he's got 2 men around him as ever, so goes backwards, does the right thing, finds Maddison. It's quite awkward watch this because of the sun. It's quite hard to see what's going on the screen, but...
The only player we can make out is Vicario.
Vicario just plays a difficult ball, but Maddison finds Maddison, and actually Spurs just playing across their box, which is always scary. But they do well. They break the press. Kulusevski's on Romero again. He's done a Romero there, but he got away with it where he tried to...
I feel like, right, these first 15 minutes, I've noticed that Palace are getting straight on Kulu, but leaving Madders. Maybe they've done some watch last weeks and gone, don't give Kulu the space.
Yeah. Spurs gave away a free kick there, or was it given for offside in the end? I can't tell because they've got a close-up on Mitchell. Yeah, it's a free kick for Crystal Palace, and actually the ref had played advantage. And for me, he played it for too long there. I mean, I'm going to be biased about it, but it's now a good opportunity for Palace to whip an in-swinger in towards the Spurs box. Spurs keeping their line on the 18-yard box, and now Ezra's going to get his cross in. There's a lot of pace on that, and it goes straight out for a goal kick. Tottenham, as ever, always looking a bit shaky, defending the back post, and I think that's what Ezra was going for there.
Just a quick score update. It's Chelsea 1, Newcastle 0, Nicholas Jackson.
Okay, and Vicario has just given the ball straight away. It was a really horrible ball that Vicario gave away. Mikey Moore tries to turn his man. Oh, beautiful from Mike. Well, that was a fucking foul. Wow. So someone just tried to get his reducer in on Mikey Moore, and the referee let him get away with it, but Moore just jumped straight back up.
That was Lerma, I think.
It's a good cross from Sarr straight into Vicario's arms. He's looking for an early move. So I've noticed this a lot with teams we play against, actually. They really press hard on Vicario when it goes to his wrong foot. They know he's very weak with his left foot, and that happened, and he just passed it straight to Palace. And Tottenham are struggling in central midfield here to find ways between the Palace players. Romero's
there.
And we've given away another free kick, but the refs let it play on. That might be good for us, to be honest. Yeah, I think Palace would have preferred the free kick there.
Yeah.
Anyway, Palace just zipping it about quite nicely at the moment. Spurs having to suffer a little bit. And Lerma tries to play a through ball in. Bissouma needs to be stronger in those 50-50s, and we're giving the ball away.
We keep trying to give away the ball in the middle, and it keeps deflecting back. I think we've got to play out wide.
Udogie, again, important there. Oh, my God, we've done it again. And Palace have done it again as well. Both teams giving it away quickly there, but Spurs are now with the transition. And Decky finds Johnson, who's surrounded by 3 players. Does well to find his fullback. How have Palace got so many men around us all the time? Bissouma screaming there at Pedro Porro to give it to Romero. We're into the 18th minute, and just lots of giving the ball away.
Cherokee Leia, thank you very much. You mute Peacock can listen to us instead.
Nicholas Jackson scored, did he?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, and Van der Ven gets it back to Vicario, tries to find Udogie, who does well, and gets it back to Van der Ven.
Who lays a lovely ball into...
Solanke into the channel, but it's well defended, actually. Mikey Moore tries to help him out, but Lacroix does well. And they're looking again for the channel. Mickey Van der Ven does well there.
Yeah.
Gives away a throw-in. But the ref's coming back for something here. What's that? Mikey Moore's learning the first 20 minutes of his Premier League starting career.
Mate, this is probably the best game you probably could learn. Like when you come into the Premier League, one of the best grounds you could come to go to the Premier League.
Here. That's a Palace player, Lerma.
Lerma, yeah. But nah, do you know what? Credit where credit's due to Ange. If you're going to throw him into the Lions, then do it at Palace.
I think arguably you'd say you'd rather have his first start at home, wouldn't you?
No. I think, was it Royale, even his first game for us was against Palace, and he got completely...
Yeah, and we lost 3-0.
Yeah, but he got a lesson that day.
Yeah.
He never really recovered.
No.
But it's not like it's his first Premier League game. It's more just a case of it's the first... But it's one of them old school grounds as well.
Yeah,
and it's tight. The fans are on you. It's like old White Hart Lane a little bit.
Yeah, it's tight.
Yeah. And to be fair, the first 20 minutes, he's done all right.
I don't mind this. So there's a bit of a break in play because of Lerma's injury. I hope that Ange is getting some instructions onto the players a little bit of how we can try and do better in central midfield. A lot of it is down to some just bad passing and some good pressing from Crystal Palace. But even when we get past that little press, Kulusevski is then smothered so quickly by 2 or 3 Palace players. There must be room elsewhere. I wonder if we can get some more kind of big diagonals going.
Yeah, it's that old cliche. We've just got to keep the ball better.
Yeah.
And that's all it is right now, because it's not like Palace are very comfortable.
Palace are going to have to make a sub here. Lerma's going to go off and Will Hughes is going to come on. Yeah. Jefferson Lerma, 21 minutes gone. Coming off.
Interesting. Is this a like for like, or do you think this gives Palace a bit more attacking
No, I think Will Hughes will still sit in. He's a good technical player, Will Hughes, isn't he? Just plays it nice and easy. He was back in my earlier days of playing Football Manager. I used to like Will Hughes back in the day. He used to play for Derby, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was a one-time wonder kid. But he's had a good Premier League career, hasn't he, Will Hughes? You'd have to say, and he's good on the ball and always works hard.
He's one of those underrated Premier League. When I say underrated, he's a good Premier League player, but for a team like Palace and all those teams, Watford when he was there.
Yeah. Palace getting a cross in here from the right. And it's a good cross. Romero wins it. Kulusevski's strong there. And Solanke was trying to win something then. What's happened here? Spurs have a man down
Kuli's
now.
down.
The Palace fans using it as an opportunity to boo because Kulusevski's got a little bit of a head knock. So the referee has to call it back. Let's hope Decky's okay here. Madders is complaining, having a little verbal with Mark Gay here. Yeah, he just gets Kulusevski gets elbowed in the back of the head, basically, by Gay. I think Gay was saying to Madders there that he's trying to protect himself because Kulusevski had kind of gone towards the ball and then backed to stopped kind of thing. It's better 6 and 1, half a dozen of the other. That's going to be a sore one for Kulusevski, I would have thought. I mean, frankly, this game has been so boring. I'm going to write down Decky head injury.
What have you made of Kulu this season so far?
Loved it. I love that he is. You can really sense with him that he's believing now properly in himself as kind of one of the mainstays and stars of this team, and especially that first half against Brighton. I mean, obviously against West Ham, he's been brilliant all season, but that first half against Brighton, he was just bossing it. He had so much space. It was
that first half against Brighton is probably the best football we've played all season.
Yeah.
Then followed by the worst, but no. That, you know, when he obviously got moved into the middle against Everton, was the second game of the season.
Yeah.
We're all questioning it. Even though a lot of people did say, "Oh no, we'd love to see him in there," but he has been excellent in that position. He's made it his own, and he's been more consistent. I think is more.
Yeah. What we need now, though, is I think we need Maddison to step up another gear as well.
Yeah.
We need him to, I've been saying this for a year now. We need him to score a free kick, Maddison. We need him to get his confidence where he's like, I'm the main man again. And I love the partnership that Maddison and Kulusevski have between them and the little triangles that they make with the other players around them. And Palace not really allowing that in the first 24 minutes or so of this game, but when it ticks, it really ticks,
it does
doesn't
tick,
it?
yeah.
Pep Guardiola has again said today that he's not going to, and I quote, waste energy on the League Cup game in the week. It's mind games, isn't it? It's bollocks.
Because he's not gonna sit there and send out. Like, it's Tottenham for a start. He doesn't like. I know he's lost that hoodoo's off his back.
Yeah.
But he won't want to go to the stadium and lose to Tottenham.
Yeah.
So he's just saying it to hopefully that Ange doesn't pick a complete strong lineup and then we'll outdo him.
I have to say, just looking at Kulusevski, who's just on the sidelines now, and Palace going to get a chance. Well done, well defended there from Porro. Kulusevski looked quite angry on the sidelines there, I have to say. And Porro has gone down there, clutching his ankle as if he got a high challenge. Is he trying to get a man sent off there, Porro, I wonder? Because he went down a bit late, I have to say. Let's have a look at this. I think he might be trying to show the referee that it was a high challenge there. So it comes over. Oh, it's from. It's nothing in that. It's a sore one for Porro, but it's Mitchell who's basically trying to cross it, isn't he, or just take a little touch. There's nothing in that. It's just a shin-on-shin collision there, really.
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that you go, oh crap, when there's not much in it.
Yeah.
And it hasn't where he's holding. It's quite an odd one.
I have to say it's one of my pet peeves, showing my age a little bit here, but
Porro's the king
let's
of
see
it.
what happens here.
Yeah.
Palace get a cross in, and that's going to be a corner for Palace. It's one of my pet peeves. It's back in the day when I started watching football in the 80s. If a player went down and put their hand in the air, it meant basically they'd broken their leg, they'd snapped their Achilles, they'd done a cruciate. But now, Porro just did it there because he got a little bang, and it's like, I don't like it.
Modern day.
Game's
Get
gone.
with the times.
But anyway, defending a corner here. Kulusevski's back on the pitch now, and Spurs defenders struggling with the sun a little bit here, but Palace play it short, goes to the byline again. It's a good dink to the back stick. It's going to be a goal, I thought, but no. It's actually Lacroix comes in late. He's got a free header there. What I will say is Spurs players did get up, and they did try and get bodies in the way, but they made it maybe have scored.
They made it difficult for him. Yeah. Oh, no, I think it was his own player, weren't it?
Yeah, his own player gets in the way. It's a beautiful cross from Will Hughes.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Lacroix turned his head a little bit.
Yeah, he weren't confident, was he?
No, Spurs losing the ball again here a little bit, and Madders wins a free kick well. Palace are up for this, and they're getting their fans into this as well. It's a bit of a London derby here, a bit of a scrap, and Spurs need to find a way to show a bit of something extra. They've got to win the battle, but also then show a little bit of quality, which hasn't been on display yet.
This reminds me a lot of my only time when I visited Selhurst Park and Spurs a couple of years ago, and Harry Kane scored a header in the last 10 minutes, I think it was. The game was very like that, very scrappy.
Yeah.
Nothing really going. Passes going away for both teams, and Palace just in our face.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind that result again if it comes down to it.
Did Vicario just kick it straight out?
Vicario kicks it straight out. Yeah.
Oh. He's got the sun in his eyes, but no cap today. Good press there from Basuma. Does well. Porro tries to get it out towards Mikey Moore.
But he lays
goes over his head and comes again to the wide. Munoz taking on Udogie. Now, you got to be careful here, Udogie. Don't give it away. And he wins a free kick. Does well there.
What have you made of Udogie this season?
I think it's been up and down. It doesn't surprise me when you think he didn't play for the last few months of last season, didn't play in the summer, and he's just getting back up to speed. I mean, the disappointing things have been some kind of few lack of concentrate, good stuff from them there into Basuma, who does well and finds Maddison, and Destiny's out wide left. Some concentration moments have been a shame, but Romero's had them as well. So and Romero's not a young kid, so it happens, and we just need to improve on that. Mikey Moore now gets the ball on the left.
Come on, Mikey Moore. Eminem.
Finds Udogie.
Trademarked.
Maddison. Spurs just getting on the ball a little bit now as Palace sit deep. And they press Romero, but Porro's given him an option, and Johnson has given Porro an option, but not a great ball. But Johnson tries to find Decky towards the byline here, the touchline, sorry. And Lacroix comes across well. He's had a good start, Lacroix, you have to say. Yeah,
he hasn't had the best start to the season, but he's had a good start to this game, to be honest to him.
I haven't seen much of him, but he's marshalling that back three well at the moment. And it's a throw into Spurs. 28 minutes gone. Spurs haven't had a shot yet, have they?
No.
Oh, Decky trying to just turn away there.
Looks like he's starting to believe in his own hype at the moment.
Oh, and a bad header from Romero.
Oh,
Udogie, someone behind you, mate. And Udogie wasn't quite strong enough first time, but he was the second time. He does well. Breaks away. Now he's got to give a good ball, and he doesn't.
Gives it away in the middle.
And now Palace are on transition. Good opportunity here for Palace. Ends up having a shot, Sarr, and it goes straight down the throat of Vicario. That's Udogie there. He did the hard work again. Just took it maybe a step too far. And you'd have to say Palace will be the happier of the two sides here. Yeah, but Romero's calling on Basuma to give him more options.
Come on, because we haven't been great at playing at the back. Come on.
Basuma's not been great in this game so far.
Whoa, here we go.
This is horrible. Goes to Vicario, finds Romero. And
that's a terrible
gives a horrible ball to Mickey van der Ven here.
Oh, Van der Ven's lost it.
Spurs,
Munoz cross. No. Oh, what are they doing? That's a goal.
It's a goal. Mateta at the back post, and it was all Tottenham's doing. So it came to Vicario. It came basically across the back four on their own goal line, and I can't remember who. I think Romero gives a chipped ball to Mickey van der Ven, who isn't able to then pass it on to Udogie. Palace win the ball back, get a cross in, and it ends up at the back stick, and Mateta puts it in.
It's always one thing after another with this defence. You sort one thing out, something else then comes up.
And we've lost our feed, unfortunately. Talk them through that, Marlon.
It's basically what Palace have been trying to do to us all game. Look, as soon as we lay it back to Vicario, they're pressing on him. The ball then, obviously, he plays it to Romero. Romero plays an awful ball to Van der Ven, to be honest to him. And he ends up losing it. And then Palace just stick it in the box, and Mateta's there left alone at the far post, because with Porro never picks up his man, does he?
Yeah, we've lost our feed here. Just if you're wondering why we're not talking, or I'm not really talking, I'm trying to get this feed. Is it on any other channel, Sammy? Can you come and play with this computer and try?
So we've just had a super chat from Jacob Bannister. Thank you. And he goes, "We always do this sugar honey iced tea. Dr. Tottenham, we losing."
Well, I have to say, you have to say that Palace have deserved it in the way that they've got in our faces.
They've pressed. They've got in our faces, but it's just been. It has been one of those games, and it just annoys me. And the thing is, it's this away game for Hoodoo that we have at the moment is really, really annoying.
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, I cannot be so positive about Spurs. But every time we come up against a Premier League away game, it's just like, this is why.
All right, we got our feedback. 32 minutes gone. Oh, we got a ball across to the front post there at least.
What are Spurs doing? Maybe this is a wake-up call. Maybe we needed that goal because with the ball, we've not been great.
Been horrible. So, Spurs have their third corner of the game. Opportunity to whip this in. Madders is going to take it. 32 minutes gone. Crystal Palace 1, Tottenham 0. Near post.
Oh, it's Van der Ven with the shot.
I couldn't even see what was happening there because of the sun, but Van der Ven ended up having a shot, and there's a bit of a problem here for Spurs.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, the break is on. And in the end, it's Udogie who does pretty well with Basuma's help.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's given away a free kick, and the Palace fans are loving this.
This is it now. Palace are now getting on top, which is what you asked not to happen.
So here we go. We get a replay of this. It comes to the near post. Van der Ven gets a chance to get a shot in, and it actually
hits Brendan Johnson. Brendan Johnson goes off the post.
Did it hit the post?
Yeah, hit the post. Look, Van der Ven shoots, hits the post. Yeah. Someone just put, turn the sun off.
Yeah, I know.
Man, I didn't like that one. I like that one. That made me chuckle.
And she doesn't look happy here. And I'd basically forgotten about our poor away form, but you're right. Palace finding this quite easy. They get a free kick in here, and it comes all the way to the back six. Gets a chance.
Ooh, that is Gay
had a chance there, and Spurs looking to break forward quickly here with Porro, but he's being chased. Solanke, was it? No, Johnson tries to play Decky, and now the game is just opening up a little bit here. Eza on the left-hand side. It's going to be another corner to Palace.
Yeah, because what people haven't realised is out of all this form, because we've been in cup games and whatnot, and then we had Man United in between that.
Yeah.
The away form hasn't really been brought up.
No.
And it's like, but it's really bad.
Yeah. The Palace fans really into this, and Spurs are under the cosh at the moment. We could have done with that bit of luck of that one hitting the post, just going in there, and that would have taken the wind out Palace's sails. Eza's going to in-swing this corner, I assume, onto Vicario's head.
That's Fabio Paratici lookalike just behind him.
And it comes to the back post. Free header, but Udogie does well, and that's a foul. Spurs trying to take it quickly. And we're playing it across our back line again. Vicario, oh my God, he's played a horrible ball straight to Will Hughes. What is Vicario doing? They get the cross in. Mateta deals with it. Mikey Moore comes to help out and actually does well there, but well done from Kulusevski there. A little bit of a break for Spurs now. What's the referee brought that back for? I'm not sure what the ball was either.
What do you think as a player, right? When you see something's not working like that, Vicario, do you as a team go, let's stop doing this, or do you just keep with the manager's instructions?
I think the manager tells them to keep to their instructions.
Because they're obviously losing confidence every time they're having to do it, which is not good on the rest of the team. So, and obviously, like you can see already in a game like today, that laying that ball back to Vicario is not working.
No. And Glasner giving some instructions to look. Well, the ref's just booked someone there. Who's he booked?
Madders or Kulu? Kulusevski. Because he's protesting.
Decky's got to be careful here. Because
where's Romero? Captain, mate. Come on.
Decky's been booked there for basically ill discipline, I think. And he's wound up here, Decky. And I said it earlier, actually, when he got that little elbow in the head, he looked wound up. Spurs need to stay in this until half-time and not concede another.
Michael Giles says Spurs are being bullied, which is probably bang on. Bang on.
I'm not looking at the comments because I don't like to see what's
I know. No, I'll keep on top of them.
Not that we've had a shot yet.
No. Yeah.
Anyway, Spurs start off again. Van der Ven to Doggy. Into Mikey Moore. He's just a bit of a body at the moment, but you'd have to say so is Brennan Johnson. Neither of them have been in this game at all. Van der Ven to Romero. Spurs, yeah, your man in the comments is right. We do look a bit bullied today so far. But what we have to do is find ways out of these kind of situations.
Yeah, and this is exactly spot on. We do need to find a way out of these situations.
Madison finds Solanke nicely, and it's a foul there, but the ref doesn't give it. Comes out. It's a bad ball out to Johnson.
Because if we're being honest, we know we're going to come to Palace, and it's mostly they're going to be in our faces most of the time.
Well, the thing I'm surprised at, because I said at the start of the game, is I thought we'd make chances, but Palace are totally nullifying us at the moment, and all we're getting is corners, really. And I know we hit the post from that corner, but I think Palace will be pretty happy to keep us at arm's length like this. It's going to be an outswinger now. Is it Porro taking it, I think? No, Madders. Here it comes. It's quite deep. Solanke gets up first. Palace working really hard in their own box here. Eze heads it back into his own box, and it comes out now to Kulusevski, who just dinks it towards the back post, and that's... Well, Madders does quite well there, but not a good ball. Gives it to Eze, but... Well done. Madders and Kulusevski did well then, and a Spurs player's gone down, but Spurs have it on the edge of the box, but there are Palace bodies everywhere.
There's loads of them.
And Spurs give it away. And Basuma's got to be strong here.
Well done, Basuma.
He's trying to turn him, does well, wins a foul.
It's now Chelsea 1, Newcastle 1, just as an update as well.
Newcastle equalise at Chelsea. Alexander Isak. Good player. That was good from Basuma on the turn there. I want to see Basuma in this game a bit more.
Yeah, I feel like if we're going to get anything from the game, it's going to have to come from him in that middle.
Yeah. There will be, I think, about 6 or 7 added minutes, I would have thought. So there's a long way to go in this first half. 39 minutes officially gone. Spurs have a free kick here, and they're going to try and whip this into the box, which I'm surprised at, to be honest. But anyway, here comes the ball from Porro. It's a good ball, you know, and good clearance from Palace, but only to Maddison, who's tried something so difficult there that he's lost the ball, and Palace now on the break. And Udogie blocks it. Maddison, the ball went in the sky, and obviously it's a really sunny day, and it's moving around. And instead of maybe just trying to get his head on it to get it further forward, he tries to bring it down on the bounce, and that was never going to happen. That was a bad decision in my opinion.
I've never seen Maddison hit the ball.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. Just trying to turn it over the back of Porro's head there, but Porro with a good touch. And it comes back to Vicario. And Palace sniff danger whenever it comes to Vicario. Finds Romero. Difficult little pass for Romero to deal with there, and then he gives it straight away. And Palace give it to Spurs now. A chance for Udogie to drive forward into a bit of a gap. He's got nothing ahead of him, and that should be a yellow card. Yeah. And it is a yellow card, and that's right. And that's the fullback Munoz, who, and I hope Mikey Moore kind of sees that. He hasn't had any chances really to get one-on-one with him, but his man has been booked. And if he can find a way to start running at him, that could be something that benefits us further forward. It's a bad foul for Munoz.
Yeah. Kulu
driving.
Lovely.
It's lovely. Kulu's, it was lovely football. And Kulusevski was nearly in, but it was just a bouncing ball, and the Palace defender was able to, it's Chalobah actually, was able to clear it well. "41 minutes gone. Spurs still not really had a shot. Well, apart from the one from the corner that hits the post, I guess. Basuma now finds Kulusevski. Looks towards the far post. And the keeper does well. He's looking for Solanke, but Henderson comes and claims it.
Henderson is a good keeper. Who doesn't keep a clean sheet against United?
True. Oh, good press there from Spurs, but Basuma
Eze
is
gets-
turned by Eze well, and Eze
just
finds
lays
the
a
channel
lovely
nicely,
ball.
but Van der Ven's going to turn on the afterburners here and does well. Beats
Brilliant
Mateta to the
tackle.
ball and keeps the ball. Now he needs help, and Spurs do well. Romero to Basuma. It's turned the wrong way there. Giving the ball away, Basuma. It's such a wind-up. Decky does better. Is that a foul? No, the ref says no. That's where Palace have been really good, just stopping Spurs. And Spurs are not as good, and they give away another foul. And the fans are desperate, baying for a yellow card for Solanke there, but it's not going to be one. But again, Palace just biting in harder in central midfield than Spurs and winning the ball better.
Where's Ange Ball?
Yeah, there's no Ange Ball today. He's got to try something different, I think.
This is why it's so frustrating, because we see many games like this. But it's always good when it works. It's just, he needs to do something. But do you know what? Even I'm looking at this going, where does he go?
Do you know what I don't see today is Udogie particularly inverting. He's not getting up the pitch really. It's only when he's driving forward with the ball from left back that he's kind of getting forward.
Do you think he's been told that because it is more there instead of Werner? Or...
Maybe. Good ball in, and that's cleared by Van der Ven for another corner to Palace.
Maybe we do need Werner on this pitch, just to stretch it a little bit. Maybe this is the game for Werner to turn it around. Well, when I say turn it around, at least bring us back into it.
Yeah. And all the Palace players now on Vicario's head, on his, about his person. Madders is trying to get in between them. It's Sarr really trying to get on in Vicario's head here, and Madders is trying to get in between them. And he's going to try and push Madders onto the keeper here. It comes in. It's cleared at the front post. A Palace player's gone down. Another chance for a cross here. This is coming to Vicario, but he doesn't come for it, and it's cleared. And now Porro's... Look, Palace are just first to everything here. Tell you what.
It's all it is. All it is right now. It's not even nothing to do with the football. It's just that Palace is just kind of...
working harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Can we blame Thursday night?
Well, most of them didn't play. So I'm going to have to say no. I'm not sure what Udogie's doing there. But it's offside anyway. Well, I have to say, a big part of me just wanting us to get in at 1-0 so that Ange can have a word with them here. They're just being out-muscled and out-ran, really. Johnson and Moore not in the pitch, really.
No.
Not been given anything.
I haven't really done, since the first 15 minutes, they've not really done anything since. It just seems to be Palace have just got on top of us.
Yeah, and just every pass is just slightly behind or in the wrong position. Like, there's another example as it comes back to Vicario. Oh, and Porro does beautifully. He needs a touch there, does well. Porro now breaking forward. But still, Palace have got a number of men back, and he tries to find Mikey Moore, and it's well cleared by Munoz. At least Porro tried something different there. It was good stuff between Porro and Decky Kulusevski in central midfield, broke the press, and he tried to find a kind of diag over to Moore. Moore can take his man on now, one-on-one. He's got help coming across, though. Moore does well. And it's a good ball to the back stick. Why not? Porro has a dig on the half volley. It's always rising.
Tried.
Yeah.
We needed that.
6 minutes added.
As Porro takes, he was on the volley. He had to take the shot. I hate when Ange has that look about him right now that he has. Always worries me.
Yeah, he looks kind of a mixture of livid and a little kind of nonplussed.
Yeah.
Henderson with the long... I mean, it's quite, and fair play to Palace, it's quite old-fashioned the way they're playing today, but it's doing the job, isn't it? It's a real battle and they're winning it. And again, a bad ball from Destiny Udogie.
And you're going to get this from... they're fighting now, because they haven't even won a game. They're going to be fighting.
Oh, yeah, they're scrapping.
Yeah. And sometimes that's what you have to do in the Premier League, just to get that that W.
Spurs have given the ball away again a few times outside the box. It's going to be a shot to Will Hughes. It goes wide. Is it even going to go off here? But it's the fight. They're really showing the added fight, and that's what Ange has got to scream at his players this half-time. It's just Porro trying to play it down the line, gives it away again, and another chance for Palace on the high press. He finds Romero, needs to find a ball out here. Finds Kulusevski, needs to win a free kick if he can, and does.
We kind of need, you know how we played against Karabag when
Kulusevski, he's
got
been
injured,
booked. Mitchell, I think, trying to get him wound up here. Kulusevski's got to be careful here. I could see him getting another booking at some point. I really could. He's wound up. I think Mitchell knows how to wind him up a little bit. Yeah, see what I mean?
And he kicked out as well.
Yeah.
He's quite lucky.
He's got away with one there, Kulusevski, because Mitchell gave him a little push in the back. And Kulusevski, Mikey Moore gives the ball away there. It's good pressure from Munoz. And Palace are in here down the right. Big opportunity here. Madder's got to be careful. Does well, slides in, gives away a corner.
It's funny. That's the first time your dog is inverted, and it's probably the wrong time for him to invert.
But Mikey Moore there was just easily beaten off the ball, I'm afraid. And Palace breaking quickly did well. And Madders worked his nuts off there.
Well done to Madders, to be fair. Madders probably been...
I have to say, if he's going to bring Sarr on at half-time again, it would be for Kulusevski, considering he's been booked.
Because Maddison's probably been the better one out
of the two. Or maybe he'd take off Johnson and put Kulusevski out wide right.
I don't know. I'd rather keep Johnson out there, if I'm being honest.
But anyway, we're into the 3rd minute of added time. It's another corner for Palace. They're going to whip it into Vicario's head again. He's got to be strong here. Vicario only does. He punches to the edge of the box. Comes to Eza. Yeah. Good strike, but over the bar.
Yeah, if he was confident, he would have probably tried to belt that one in the top corner.
Spurs have already started
It's his plainness around defence. Look, you just see Palace, even though they're a very defensive side, there's loads of them just in.
That's a good touch from Solanke, who does beautifully. Oh, beautiful stuff on the turn, but actually, yeah, he wins a foul.
Luckily.
Actually, he had a chance to play it down the line a bit earlier. Munoz gives away that foul again, so he's got to be careful on the count back. Be interesting to see if Palace are happy to keep him on in the second half. Basuma now with a bit of space. Lays it out wide to Kulusevski, who's getting more and more to the right-hand side as this half goes on. Into Madders. Come on, Spurs. See if we can get something just before half-time. Van der Ven finds Udogi. Finds Mikey Moore. He's one-on-one here, but he finds Udogi. It's a good ball from Moore to the byline. Can't see anything. Oh, and it goes to the front post, and it looks like Maddison had a shot, and it just goes wide. Comes out to, is it Romero?
Yeah.
Across, another attempted cross in the box. That was a good effort from Spurs, just wide, I think, from Maddison.
Couldn't see that.
That was the best bit of football from Spurs for a while. Basuma now plays a good ball into Johnson, who finds Porro, tries a low cross. Johnson gets a shot, and it's deflected for a corner. That's the best spell from Spurs. So Udogi played out to Mikey Moore, plays a lovely return pass to Udogi, who's in at the byline. He cuts it back to Maddison. That's a good save.
Great save.
The best bit of football from Spurs.
Again, it's like everything going forward right now is going through Maddison. You can see it. He's the one now in the space. Complete contrast to last week.
Corner comes in. Oh, and it's cleared easily. Basuma.
Yeah.
Oh, unlucky.
Who would you, if like obviously there's going to be a change on the left, whether it's half time or 10 minutes in the second half. Would you bring on Werner or would you go for Richie?
I think in a game like this, I'd go for Richie actually.
Okay. I'm not even on
it's
that. That's
a brilliant save from Henderson. They've just played a lovely replay because it comes past a body as well.
Yeah.
I wonder if that man was offside actually, and whether had it been a goal, VAR could have got involved. I'm not sure. Anyway, Palace now have a throw on the left-hand side. It's the last minute of the added time. They just hoof it. And Romero wins the first ball. Madders up for the second. Madders does well there, but just bounces to Wharton. And that is half-time. Crystal Palace 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. It's been an ugly, ugly game for Spurs in particular. Palace have it just how they want it. Fighting for every battle, fighting for their futures, fighting for their place in the Premier League in a start to the season where they haven't got a win yet, and they are determined to make this their big scalp. A London derby, Spurs with, pretty average away form this season, and it's not a game like at Old Trafford where we're playing a team who are happy to let us play lovely football and play around. It's a team who are just going in for absolutely everything, and Spurs, I'm afraid to say, have not matched the battle. Marlon, What's going to happen next, do you think?
Mate, right now, I wish for the way that half went, I wish we were Crystal Palace TV, because I can't even think of one positive that's come out of that. Apart probably Maddison. He's trying a few bits and pieces here and there, but everything else has been slow. Every time they've got in our face, we've lost it. We're playing lazy balls. And I've just got, there's no one I can sit there and say on that pitch has given more than a 6 or a 5 out of 10.
One thing I would say is where, looking for some small positives, where it's quite easy for Ange Postecoglou is he just he's just going to go in there and say they're working harder than you. They want it, cliche alert, but they want it more than you. They're scrapping for their lives, and you are not. You have to win the opportunity, win your right to play the type of football they want to play, and they haven't done it. The only time is that last minute or two of added time where Palace looked a little fatigued. They were looking for the half-time whistle, and funnily enough, Spurs suddenly got in.
Yeah, and that's going to be the key thing here, because look, we've got Thursday night as well. Some of these players had played Thursday night, so we're going to be looking tired as well eventually towards the end of this game. But the problem is that at the moment that it's all about who wants this more, because Palace are winning the balls. They're getting to every 50-50. They're even on the ball. Both teams on the ball have been pretty poor. We can officially say that it's not been the best games. But actually, if we're going to get into this, we need to be in their face. We need to actually see what they're like if we're in their face. Because at the moment, we're letting them just play it about.
Yeah.
I just can't really think of anything really positive to say, apart from if I was a Palace fan right now, I'd be enjoying what I just saw.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. I'll go through what I've kind of made notes from that first 45 minutes. Basically, in the first 15 minutes of the game, I just wrote two things. Slow first 5 minutes, nothing much happening, and then after 15 minutes, bitty first 15 minutes. Yep. Then after 18 minutes, lots of giving the ball away on both sides. Very scrappy game, bodies everywhere. And that's what I'd say about this game. And I think where Glasner has pretty much nailed it so far, he's like, they can't play football if there are 6 men in that central midfield area, that very narrow side, and that narrow space on the pitch. And as a result, and as well as because Palace just seem to have more drive and more motivation to want to get to those 50-50s, Tottenham just endlessly giving the ball away. And what's really dangerous, especially dangerous, and where the goal came from as well, is we're trying to play the football across our back line, but they see that when Vicario has it on his wrong side, or when one of the defenders is slightly pressed, they press much more aggressively. Yep. And the goal came from that. Romero played what I would describe as an ill-advised chip ball to Van de Ven. It bounces just in front of him, so he has to turn his body, and then they've won it. They get a cross in, it falls to Mateta, who I don't think has basically hardly scored this season. And in classic fashion, he puts it away. And Tottenham, I think there has to be a little, it's cliche for everyone to say, there's no plan B. It doesn't need to be a plan B, but what it needs to be is sometimes, and I know I'm going to sound like a dinosaur here, but sometimes you just have to hack it.
Yeah, you do. You just have to kick it long. Like that bit at the back, it's really weird, because Palace are playing a very high line, right, when we've got it at the back, because they fully well know if they commit as many men forward as they have been, because you can see it, right? When Vicario's got the ball, Mateta goes between Van de Ven and Romero. Yeah. Eze and what's his name, Sarr, then come in between. But you didn't see it's been Walter, and then it was Lerma first of all, and then now Hughes. But they're so far forward, right, that you can see even if we lock it long, Solanke, that one time when they did lock it long, has to come really short into midfield to come and get it. Yep. So Palace are just completely putting pressure on us.
Is that not where players like Porro and Udogie need to kind of come in central a little bit more and show for Vicario or show for Romero, and then play that little triangle?
But I think the problem then, what's happening then is that there's going to be more bodies circulating in. So this is where Brennan Johnson and Mikey Moore need to come more into play, is where they kind of need to either drift more wide, because obviously what's happening, Solanke brings the 2 central defenders as far forward as possible. So if Vicario can go long, which he's not doing, he can. It goes over the top, and the pace. Well, Brennan Johnson's got the pace. He'll beat whoever. It'd be great with him and Gay, or Chalobah on the left-hand side. But they're both quick as well. So it's kind of what do Spurs do in this scenario? And maybe that's why I was asking. I know Moore's going to come off eventually in this game, but maybe this is the way Palace are playing. Maybe it's for someone like Werner and his pace, But the problem is what he does after it, and you kind of go, is it really worth it?
Yeah. Carry on with the match action, 21st minute, Lerma came off with an injury. Will Hughes came on. Will Hughes has looked pretty decent actually for Palace. Kulusevski went down with a head injury. He got a little elbow in a kind of 50-50 aerial duel, and it looked to me like it wound him up. I think it was Mark Gay who was in with the challenge with, I think. Yeah. And basically after that, Kulusevski's been chasing around the pitch trying to look for a scrap, and he has been booked since. So I think if there is a substitution in central midfield going to happen, it wouldn't surprise me if it was Kulusevski came. And then Lacroix, from a short corner routine, had a free header in the 26th minute, arguably should have scored. And in the end, I think it was maybe his own man who got in his way, and that he put that over the bar. So Spurs had their warning then, but just 4 minutes later, as I mentioned, the architects of our own downfall, as we give the ball away out wide, from just having it in our own back four, and a cross comes in, and by hook or by crook it gets to the back stick, and Mateta places it into the bottom corner. Then Spurs nearly got a bit of a lucky break, 33rd minute pinball after a corner, and Mickey van der Ven gets a shot off, and I think it just kind of hits Brennan Johnson and hits kind of almost the inside of the post. It goes back across the goal, and Spurs could really have done with that little bit of luck. They haven't had it, they didn't get it. And I've written on the 35th minute, Vicario just keeps giving the ball away. Yep. Terrible distribution. And look, I like Vicario. He's a good goalkeeper, but I will never say he's a good distributor of the ball. And one thing I'll say is, not only is his short and mid-range passing poor, but we don't have from him what really, especially Man City benefit from with Edison, which is a long, flat ball that he can kick with at pace that goes just over the back line.
Alisson's the same, isn't he?
And Alisson has got that as well. Yeah. Pickford has got that as well. But Vicario doesn't have that. It was the 36th minute where Decky got booked for dissent, and then nothing really happened until the 6 minutes of added time, which were all given because there were a couple of, like I said, head injuries there. And then Spurs suddenly came into the game. Porro had a shot on the half volley that I think kind of broke from a corner routine, and it was always rising, but good technique, not that far over the bar. Eze had a similar situation where he volleyed it over the bar for Palace. And then Spurs had their best chance of the half, made some good football down the left-hand side. Mikey Moore played Destiny Udogie into the to get to the byline. He cuts it back for Maddison, who made a good run, and with his left foot just sweeps it across towards the far corner. And you've got to give Dean Henderson credit. He hasn't had a lot to do in this half, but that was a great save, tips it wide.
No, that was a brilliant save. And actually, that was the best bit of football that Spurs have played. And it came from the left-hand side, which is no surprise at the moment because obviously, but Moore laid a great ball into Udogie. Udogie, actually, that's probably where Udogie has been good all season.
Yep.
Where he's cutting down where he gets into the box and he cuts it across.
Yeah.
And Maddison, to be fair, Maddison caught it beautifully. But yeah, Henderson, it was behind him, got a good hand on it as well, so it won't fall into anyone's path. But yeah, it's been so poor. And I just can't. I have not even got the words at the moment to even think about what he's going to do in the second half because he needs to do something.
Yeah, quite a few people in the comments suggesting their substitution thoughts. JMO says get Rishi and Sarr on. Hansi G says Bentancur and Sarr. I wonder if Bentancur might be a bit more able to use his physicality a bit more in that role. I mean, frankly, I wouldn't mind if he brought on. If he kept Basuma on and brought Bentancur on and just brought a bit more physicality and ability to turn away from the press in that central midfield. I like Pape Matar and he gives engine, of course he does. But is he the player that I think technically in a kind of scrap in central midfield is going to win those 50-50s? I'm not sure.
Do you know what? Last week against West Ham he did. I thought that was one thing. I do partly agree with you, but I think last week that's why it was so good because he was winning those 50-50s and then turning the play on West Ham. And I think slowly as the season goes on, I think we'll see a better Sarr for doing that. But look, the Bentancur Basuma, I don't know. I don't think they've ever actually played well together as a partnership.
Okay.
And I think the chemistry between them is the reason why Ange kind of goes with one or the other.
Right.
When you look at both players, you're looking like, yeah, they should do it, but I just don't think when you look at how the chemistry is between certain players, Bentancur, Maddison, and Kulu, and then it's usually Basuma, Sarr, and Maddison. Yeah, that seems to be what the two midfielders that do work. But anytime we try and put anyone else into it, we see what we're kind of seeing in this scenario because Basuma, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna start this with an attempt at some positivity. Remember how bad Brighton were in that first half against us, and then they came out and they turned it around. So can Tottenham do the same? But what I'm also going to do is level that up with a little bit of I'm not going to call it a rant, but what I'm going to say is I think this half is absolutely monumental for Tottenham's season, because I think this game, and especially this flavour of game, but this kind of game where we've been on a good run and we're facing a team who are scrapping for their lives, this game, and whether we can turn it round or not, will show us whether Tottenham are going to be a team pushing for top 4 this season, or whether Tottenham are going to be where they are at the moment, which is 7th, 8th. 6th, 7th, 8th position.
Which will probably end up finishing 5th again. If we don't go on a run.
Well, but you look. But the difference is this season Chelsea are going to be better.
Chelsea are better, yeah.
I mean, you would say Man United are going to be better, but I'm actually not sure about that.
No,
But,
forget Man United. It's more a team like Brighton. Will they fall off because their results have been a bit more positive this year as well compared to what they were last year?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if we can turn this round from a position of it being such a stodgy, horrible performance, then it can really kind of get into those players that we can do things from any position and we can battle. Yeah. But if this is another one where we lie down and die and lose easily, and it becomes another 3-0 at Selhurst Park like it was under Nuno a few years ago, then I think it's going to be the same old stick coming Ange Postecoglou's way, which is, your team, albeit look very, very pretty and beautiful when it's going well and teams sit off you and let you have space, but when they get in your face, and that people will pull out that word about Tottenham again, and they will.
Yeah.
And so Tottenham need to, this half, and it needs to come from the front, it needs to come from Romero, and he needs to be like, we need to get into these 50-50s, because Palace are not afraid to put their bodies on the line here. There have been a lot of balls that have bounced up off the turf, that Spurs have allowed to bounce up off the turf, and Palace have just ploughed through players. And we need to do the same.
Yeah, of course, and it's that case of who wants it more. And if we don't get in their faces in that second half, it could be a Nuno scoreline at Palace if we're not careful.
Could be. You could see it.
But look, Ange, we could clearly see, right? And we're not managers. So I'm hoping that Ange has gone in at half time, him and his coaching staff have seen exactly what we've kind of seen and gone, come on, get in their faces, just protect the ball a little bit more, just keep the ball. That's all they need to do, get on it. Hopefully they change that for Vicario and playing it back to him. Just tell him stop that for this second half, because it's not working. If we get a bit more foothold in the game, possibly. But yeah, it's just
they've worked hard, Crystal Palace. It'll be interesting to see whether they can
keep it up.
But if they stay 1-0 up, or if they get a second, then they will be able to keep that up, because the endorphins and the momentum will allow it. What Spurs really need to do is find a way to score that next goal, and ideally very, very early. But let's go back into the comments. Charles Preston says Udogie was lazy again for the goal. Did you see anything? It being Udogie's fault? No. He didn't stop the cross at source, I guess.
No, but you got to remember where he was in that situation, because it was at Vicario's feet.
Van trying to find
so I know I sat there and I said, Porro's not going to be at the back post, but both of them are not going to be exactly where they need to be in that position when we lose the ball, because they're inverting. That's the bit where they invert and come in.
Yeah.
So the Romero to Van de Ven is the bit. Well, it's actually more Vicario, because he lays Romero a ball where he's under pressure.
Yeah.
Romero's hasn't got to try and figure out, the only man that's free is Van de Ven. He's got to lay this perfect ball. Van de Ven then miscontrols it, loses the ball, and then the cross comes in.
Yeah, and that has happened time and time again. So Spurs, that goal was, we saw that goal coming, basically.
Yeah,
do you remember, just because of the sun, and also I haven't really seen a replay, what happened then when the cross came in? Did it kind of deflect off one of our players and get to the back? Why?
Yeah. So the cross has come in. I don't know who headed it. Someone's headed it. It's taken a deflection. I think it's then taken a deflection off the Palace player into Mateta's feet. Right. And Mateta's got the freedom of Selhurst Park to put it in the back of the net.
Okay, so it looks like they're back out on the pitch, but we are buffering once again. So I'm going to refresh. And Marlon's gone. He's devastated. He's out of here. Marlon's had enough of this, and frankly, I can understand him. We're just waiting to see whether there have been any substitutions. Yeah, Anne's just walking back out now. Camera's on Mateta, and it's buffered again. Sammy, sort us out for me, mate. Very frustrating. Yeah, it's gone to that not be loaded thing. I want to try and remain positive. I want to think that Ange has been able to get into them and get some motivation behind us, and for us to really put Palace on the back foot. Moore is still on the pitch, I can see that. So I'm pleased for him, but he needs to get in the game more, that's for sure.
Hey.
Palace are going to kick off. I can't see immediately any subs. Henderson.
No subs have been made.
Henderson with the big long ball.
So as you were for the second half. So yeah, if he's gone with the exact same lineup, he must have been saying what we were kind of saying, as in, come on, you've got to be first to the ball.
Yeah, but then of course there was the thing against the thing in the second half against Brighton where basically Ange, I was saying at the time, it looks like Ange is saying to them, you got us into this mess, you get us out of this mess,
Yeah.
not making any changes. Anyway, Eza in on the left and he beats Romero quite easily. Romero's surely got to get booked for that, I would have thought. If he's not booked for that, it's just because it's the first action of the second half. I've never seen this referee before.
I was just about to say the exact same thing.
Dude.
Yeah.
Romero has given away a free kick there, and it's a dangerous area, opportunity for Palace to get it into the box. I hate to say it, but I feel like I've seen this game so many times.
That's Barnaby, please.
Eza's going to in-swing it, I think, towards...
You're going to get me like crucified all week when I'm all negative.
I know. Yeah, we can say goodbye to any views this week, that's for sure, if this goes the way it's going. Eza whips it in. He tries to have a shot at the near post. Tries to beat Vicario. It was brave, and Vicario actually, I think, had it covered, to be honest. And I'm actually pleased he had the shot rather than... Didn't Eza do that at the back end of last season? It was disallowed. He scored one from miles... Oh, God, they're giving it to Vicario on his back line again, and they're pressing...
Oh, my God, what are they doing?
And Van der Ven, in the end, has to just whack it, and I'm glad he did, to be honest. But Palace win the second ball, and they'll be very happy with that. Kulusevski chasing down Will Hughes. Oh, it's good stuff from Palace here, I have to say.
Oh, yeah.
They find a way out wide.
Yeah, they're confident now.
And it's a bad cross from Munoz, thank God. Goes out for a goal kick. Spurs just need to be a bit smarter here. Palace just loving pressing us up high, and
It's really weird because you can see the smiles on their faces now. They're enjoying what they're doing. They can see it working.
So here we go again. Goal kick. And Spurs not really sure what to do here. Romero and Vicario deciding amongst them that it goes from Romero to Vicario, and then Vicario just chips it into midfield up to Solanke. He does win the first one, but Madders does well there and finds Solanke. And he finds Brennan Johnson out wide right here. Lots of bodies going into the box here. Kulusevski near post chance. Oh, it's a good save from Henderson.
That's better. That's a lot better. But again, look at him, Solanke again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good pass from Johnson.
I think Kulusevski's got to go with his right foot there.
Yeah, you're going to get that in there when he's so left-footed. Tottenham with a corner here. Pedro Porro is going to swing it out. Crosses the ball into the box. Leads the head up. Comes to Maddison.
A bit of a dodgy touch.
Morse.
Yeah, do you know what? Moore just dinked it to the back stick there, and Spurs have won a corner. That was good stuff from Moore. Good start from Spurs here. A few little chances. It was actually, like you said, Solanke's great hold-up play in central midfield that allowed us to get Johnson in on the right. And that chance, if Kulusevski had just gone with his right foot, I think we might have had a goal there. But anyway, it's another corner. Porro, outswinger. Good clearance in the middle.
Don't catch us on the break.
Yeah. Palace now
Nuno's
down
on the right.
Moore just kind of stopping the long ball. Well, good turn from Will Hughes. They're in here if they want to be. Over the top of Porro, and Eza is through.
Don't score.
Eza scored 2-0, and it's a bad mistake, I'm afraid, from Vicario. Is he offside? Flag has gone off. We might be saved here.
It's a poor. What's Vicario doing?
So, it's whether or not is he in his own half.
Eyes off.
No, there's one at the top.
You doggy.
Might have kept him on at the top here.
Don't look like it. You don't look like it. He looks off. I'm going to go with off. It's got to be offside. Come on, VAR. This is where I love ya.
It's Udoggy's foot here.
So that's where he lays it. But
just
it's
had him, but it's
his
tight.
head. It's his head. Because he can score with his head. His head's way in front.
God, it's going to be a long check here.
Yeah, it's tight. I can't wait till the automatic offsides come into play.
So basically what happened was Eza got in down the left, Porro's chasing him back, and Eza takes his left foot shot, and Vicario gets down quickly, but his left hand isn't enough to stop it from just rolling over the line.
His foot looks way in front. His left foot is offside.
It's offside. Is that the luck that Tottenham needed?
Probably not. I've seen this play out before as well. It's just saving us from another hiding.
Well, so far anyway.
We got caught though. We got caught on the break. There.
Porro now over the top towards Solanke. How's your first touch? Yeah, it just got away from him there. That was.
He was too busy. You know what? You could see exactly what went wrong there. He was too busy thinking about his next move and not actually thinking about what was happening with the ball there.
Yeah, but I don't mind that little dink ball over the top. We weren't really trying that much first half. Yeah. And in classic fashion, now that Spurs aren't looking into the sun has gone down, and so Palace don't have to deal with it.
At least we can see.
Yes, it's better to watch. 50 minutes gone. Game, I would say, already opened up a little bit more from the first half. Henderson with the long punt.
Come on.
And Palace win it easily in central midfield, and they're in down the right here, and Ez is at the back stick. Porro's got to look out for him, and he doesn't. It's going to be another goal, is it?
No.
Oh, tell you what, we got away with one there.
It's a good thing, Mateta was a bit way off there. Oh, bloody hell, Chelsea are 2-1 up as well. Cole Palmer.
Palace all over Spurs here. Comes to Mitchell now. They get another cross in, but it's blocked or half blocked from Porro and cleared then by Basuma.
Solanke wins
Solanke wins that. Be strong here, Decky. Oh, he's got to be careful here, Decky's already been booked.
I know, he's won it. He's got it. He's got it. I have to say, I've been quite impressed with this ref today.
Chance here down the right. It's a bad throw from Johnson.
Yeah, the ref's been all right. He's let it flow. He's booked when he's had to. Yeah, he's allowed everyone one.
Who got booked there? Johnson?
Johnson, yeah.
But at least he's showing a bit of fight. I don't mind that from Brennan. That was a good chance for Ezra at the back stick. There was a beautiful cross from the right, actually, by Palace, wasn't it? And again, as ever, Tottenham not really defending their back post, but you got to give it to Palace. Do you know what frustrates me? Is I watched Palace have Liverpool here the other day. They didn't lay a glove on Liverpool.
No.
They didn't fight. They didn't get in their faces. They didn't do anything. Anyway, comes to Doggy.
That's because Liverpool are a slightly different animal than Spurs.
Yeah. Van der Ven tries to play it out, but goes straight to a Palace man again, and they're in down the right again.
Oh,
Cuts back to Eza on the edge of the box.
No.
Oh, we've just fallen over. Oh, my goodness me. Well, they wanted a penalty there, but Spurs stopped. It wasn't given the penalty, and then Spurs just literally all stopped and tried to let Palace have another chance. Deary me.
This is just... what is going on?
This won't get overturned, I don't think.
No. It'll go with the referee's decision. And I possibly think he's right.
Oh, and Porro's
right.
put his hand up again. But look, now watch. They all just stop.
Yeah. No, the referee's correct. He did, look, he puts his arm across his chest, but he hasn't, look, as they say, if you were holding a brand new baby, would you fall down?
No.
And that's
Porro slipped while he's just fronting up Eza, and then does the thing again where he puts his hand in the air like he's broken his leg. And then everyone just stopped as this penalty isn't given. Eza, it's not a penalty, he's complaining, but of course Eza's having his best game of the season. Another cross comes into the box. You've got to be strong here, Vicario. And he does eventually catch it, and then throws it out to Decky, who's got a lot of space on the right here. And Udogi's getting near him.
Just late. Oh,
yeah,
no,
and he does, but
wrong pass.
Wharton saw it and does beautifully and finds Eza.
All right, it's time for subs now because it's not getting any better.
Kulusevski's given away a foul there, and Eza's trying to get Kulusevski a second booking, and now Eza plays it long. And Van der Ven clears it, thankfully. And there's Mikey Moore's first touch of the second half. He's not in this game at all. Anyway, Basuma now. Come on, Biss. Get in the game.
The thing is, though, like...
I'm not having a go at the kid. None of them are in the game.
No, that's the thing. And that's why sometimes you need games like this for him to experience in the Premier League, because he's going to get many more like this where he needs to...
Oh, they're going to be in down the left if they want to be.
Change it.
Spurs jogging a bit in central midfield there. Decky, especially, I have to say. Bit of a lack of sprinting, but that's a good ball to Johnson. Break here on the left for Spurs, and Mikey Moore has space. Drive. Yeah, he found Kulusevski eventually. I thought Kulusevski made the wrong run for him there, I have to say. Anyway, comes to Maddison on the edge of the box. Chance. Has a shot. It's easy. Straight down the throat of Dean Henderson.
What is going on? I thought everyone kept telling me how good Spurs were and Andrew changed things, but
Maddison just didn't get enough on that shot there. And just to say what I was talking about with why I thought Kulusevski made the wrong run for Mikey Moore. Mikey Moore is naturally always going to run inside there, and Kulusevski kind of came round to his left side. And if you give it to Kulusevski there, you know it's on his wrong side. Anyway, Palace now in on the left so easily with Mitchell, and it's a good block from Romero. It's another corner to Palace, and Mateta is begging the Palace fans to get up for it again. I don't think he needs to. He doesn't think he needs
definitely
to.
It's end to end, but it's more like Palace have got the ascendancy in this game.
They've just got so much space when they're coming forward. Sammy, could you fill this up for me, mate? Yeah. Thank you. Anyway, another corner comes in. Spurs need to stay in this game and find a way to get the next goal. Eza is loving this at the moment, I think it's fair to say.
It's just one of those games where he probably needed it. It's come at the right time for him.
Yeah, totally. We've got Johnson on Lacroix. Not the marking I would choose. It comes back to Eza. They did it short. Maddison, body shape doesn't look great, but he's facing Eza up. I think Eza's going to try and win another corner here eventually.
They've gone short with every corner. They haven't really stuck it in the box.
Yeah, but Eza's about to get his cross in, and Madders stuck to his task well there. Don't foul him here, Madders. Oh, well done there from Saar. And Eza is in down the left. Lovely touch. Cross comes in. It's going to be a chance. Oh, good save from Vicario. Another chance. Over the bar. Thanks, Sammy. It was deflected, I think, wasn't it, this shot?
Yeah, he's an outstretched leg. Deflects off
it's a
Mickey.
Great save.
It's a good save. What's going on?
Palace all over Tottenham Hotspur. Absolutely all over us.
All I want is a sub now, because this ain't working.
What sub would you choose?
I bring off Basuma.
Yeah.
I'd go for the Benson Core thing. I'll take off Moore.
Moore looks a bit tired there.
He played on Thursday now. He played 88 minutes?
Yeah. Ezo's loving this. He's tried to find the back post there, but Doggy's in a decent position. And Basuma finds Madders. Needs an option here, Madders. Oh, and that was not the option, Madders.
I'd probably bring on Saar and
They're in. Well. Palace are in. Palace are in down the... Oh, what are you doing, keeper? Oh, Eza had a great chance. The keeper's...
This is awful. This is awful. Like, there's no words now. Another away day and another terrible performance.
What is the keeper doing there? So the ball's come across from the byline and the keeper's chosen to kind of parry it straight to a Palace player, and Eza should score.
Come on, Spurs. Wake up.
Yes, good inside drive from Johnson there. Go on, Dom, use your strength. Good lad. Solanke does well there, does really well. Needs help. Left shoulder.
He needs help.
Oh, he goes to the byline. He does all right, wins a corner.
The Cruz probably had one of the best games of his life so far, to be honest with him.
Hope he scores an own goal. Another corner for Spurs. They're not trying any of the short ones really now. Spurs, I think, are a little mentally fuzzed again. I've seen this a lot from Spurs. Anyway, it's a good delivery, is it? No. Goes straight to Palace player at the back, but a weird clearance. And again, no Spurs player challenging for any of those balls. And look at that. Oh my God. Spurs now 3-on-2 behind. What is going on?
Play it.
Oh, and we're lucky it's a bad ball and Porro's able to get there first. But again, Spurs just... I'll tell you what.
It's a great tackle. It's a great tackle.
It's Romero. And Solanke... Oh, it's a bad ball from Romero. He could have put Solanke in.
I thought that was a great tackle.
And again... Deary me. Oh, Kulusevski has got to be so careful.
Cooley's having a bag. Cooley's got to come off.
He's got to come off. He's given away... Since he's been booked, he's given away, I think, 3 or 4 fouls.
Yeah. See, this is where...
Look how easy this is down the left. Look how easy that is.
Oh, good pass.
Basuma cuts it out, the cross, and now he's getting himself into trouble. Does well. Now he's got to find someone, wins a free kick. Well done, Biss. Now start again, boys. You're just being outfought here, boys. 60 minutes gone. Nice stuff from Solanke. He's been one of our better players today, Dom Solanke. Good stuff. Brings it over to the left now. Maddison, he's going to find Mikey Moore. Now, drive at your fullback. You're one-on-one here, Mikey, and he's booked. Oh, tell you what, Munoz does well. Does well there. Just takes it off his foot.
If it goes out of play and there's no subs being made, I am not going to be happy.
No, there's no movement on the bench at all. Oh, there is now, finally.
Someone's got this stripped. I think that's Werner.
It looks... There are three players. One of them's Rishi, actually.
Rishi, Sarr, and Werner. Yeah, Richie, Sarr, and Werner.
Yeah. Richarlison, Sarr, and Timo.
Look, I'm not mad at the Werner sub. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm mad about it.
Madders is coming off.
Are we putting 2 up front? That'd be interesting.
If Decky stays on, I'm really surprised because he's going to get himself sent off. You've got to think it's going to be Madders, Moore, and Basuma.
Yeah.
Very
interesting.
No
two up front.
No, Rishi will play off the left, surely. Oh, no, maybe no Werner on the left.
Yeah, Werner will be off the left. Sarr and Basuma will go in the middle. So he's doing what they're doing.
What, 3-5-2?
Well, not 3-5-2 in the sense of he's putting 2 against 2 in the middle and then putting 2 up top so there's against the 3.
Right. To make them think more. Make think differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rishi and
I'm not mad at that.
Well, we've looked like we're going to concede the next goal anyway.
Yeah, so he might as well...
Wait. Basuma's... No. That's Udogi, is it?
No, that's Basuma.
That's Basuma.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. Oh, I thought Timo was in it. Well, Basuma... It said to me that Basuma had come off, but obviously not.
Solanke's still on. Johnson's still on.
Decky.
came off. Okay, Kulu came off. So he's taken off the 2 attacking midfielders and brought on a striker.
Oh, a good ball over the top, but just do it. Well done. Vicario clears it. And it was offside.
Which is not a crazy... What he's done is not crazy.
So we kind of got a front 4 now, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
62 minutes gone. Can Tottenham wrestle control back of this game? Because they have none. Udogi on the left. Plays it into Rishi. How's your hold-up play, Rishi? Does all right. Gets it back to Van de Ven. Sarr calling for it. Turn, Pape. Well done. Now find an easy ball. He wants options. He hasn't got much at the moment. Finds Porro. It's all happening in front of Palace at the moment. They're pretty happy with that, I think it's fair to say. But Rishi is quite close to Solanke. I'm just trying to play on the shoulder a little bit. Yeah, and Will Hughes presses us all the way back to Vicario, who finds it back to Romero, but he's going to have to give that back, I would have thought. Yeah.
£10 Werner scores.
There's nothing I'd love more than Werner to fucking have his best game of all time. Anyway, he's gone for the long ball over the top, and Werner's in and plays a beautiful first-time ball to Brennan Johnson.
Sends him a bit wide.
Corner, no. Johnson, his cross is blocked. Don't get booked here, Brennan. Yeah.
So just keep hold of him.
Oh, careful. Johnson just dived in a little bit there. Oh,
no.
Afterburners, Mickey. Oh. Is it offside? He's running away from goal here. I think he's running away from goal. Ref's got a decision to make here. Van de Ven was the last man, but he looked like he was running away from goal to me. He's getting his instructions from his mates.
I think... What's he going to do? He's heading towards the corner flag.
Yeah, yellow card.
Yeah. And it won't go to VAR either.
So basically what happened was a long ball and Mateta out jumps Romero, and then Van de Ven is one-on-one with Sarr.
He's not clean through. As in, he's running away and the ball's going, he's not last man either.
Yeah.
Because Udogi is behind him, slightly.
He looks a bit harrowed there. And Sarr's gone now, he's got cramp. Not a surprise. He's worked his nuts off today. 65 minutes gone. Mateta trying to get the fans up. It was a good touch from Timo Werner. His first touch of the game played in Brennan Johnson. I do feel like he was kind of in Werner. If he was more confident, he would have taken the ball down.
Taken it around, but he's not. So yeah, he does the best he can.
That's never ever a penalty. I don't know. They're just showing a replay of Eza trying to get a penalty, and I don't see where they think it's a pen.
It's there. It's when he puts his hand across his chest.
But it's not enough to get.
That's the problem. Is it enough to?
I have to say, if the game, finishes like this, or Palace score another and they win, they totally deserve it at the moment. Spurs need to play on the fact that Palace will get nervous towards the end of this game. They need to stay in it, and hope that then towards the end of the game we can get the double punch. But at the moment, you bet on the next team scoring being Palace, frankly. Glasner's bringing on Eddie and Ketia.
Okay, all good now.
No. You know where the script's going.
Oh no, they're bringing off Sarr. Interesting. Is he going to Nketiah play off the right of the two? Or are they going to go two up front, Eze in the middle?
Yeah, Palace really taking their time. It's just taken about 3 minutes so far, and you can guarantee it won't be added on. 66 minutes gone now.
Got over 3,000 people watching. Hit those likes, people. Hit those likes. And Spurs will score.
This is a dangerous free kick again. Spurs have given away so many of these today. Dangerous opportunity for Palace to whip it into the box. And Eze's going to have a dig, I think. He does. And Charts on the rebound. Oh, a terrible rebound shot. Who was that?
Chalobah. Defender.
Looked like it was offside anyway.
Such a defender's strike. Was he offside? Yeah,
Spurs get out.
Well offside.
It was Chalobah, was it?
Yeah, Chalobah. Swing, hit, and a miss, as they say. Come on, Spurs.
Well played, Dominic Solanke there. Oh, he's been too much on. Brennan tries to find him over the top.
He's not the best passer of the ball anyway.
No. But it was good hold-up play from Solanke then, but once again, Spurs now facing a long punt from Henderson, I suggest. Just taking his time and just whacks it. Oh, don't let that bounce, Spurs. Oh, wow. Okay, comes all the way through to Vicario. He finds Bissouma. Van der Ven is pressed, but he finds Udogie. Nice ball into bad touch from Solanke for once. But Rishi can put Werner through here, or not through, but in on the left.
Come on, Werner.
Use your body, does well.
Well done.
Does well. And finds a man.
And find the pass. That's all we need you to do. Get on the ball,
get to the
find
byline
the pass.
here, Timo. Finds Rishi down the left. Oh, it's a good ball from Rishi. Oh, I'll tell you what, Rishi got it across the front, and Johnson wasn't quite there, unfortunately. And the Palace player's going down injured now.
It's all we need. We just need him on the ball, pass it to someone. We don't need him to do anything else. Beat your man, get a good cross in.
Munoz down here with a sore mouth. Palace starting to break up the play. Well, Rishi was just strong into the tackle, and I don't mind that. He was just harder into the tackle. Well done, Rishi. Yeah. Munoz, you're in a fight now. Glasner loving this, just up for it now.
Yeah. It's not even like it's a tactical thing right now. It's more of a case of who wants it more.
Yeah, well, it has been the whole game.
Yeah.
Palace just go absolute crazy gang long again and find their wide forward. He takes it down beautifully. Deary me, Spurs. It's another chance for a cross here. Romero with a pretty average clearance. And the ref is going to give a free kick here against Palace.
Rich is trying to get him booked.
Udogie does well to kind of feel an elbow to the face there. Yeah, that was a little elbow. That's Munoz again, actually. He needs to be careful as well because he's booked. Was that a little bit of retribution, I wonder? Anyway, Sarr's given a horrible there into Solanke. Spurs didn't suffer from it in the end.
To be honest, they won the ball back quite well. considering.
This is where Ange, he's facing games like this that he won't have got elsewhere that much, other than obviously Rangers Celtic, which is huge. But
even
Spurs
then-
have to play so many London derbies where teams are just fucking desperate to turn you over.
But it's not even that. Celtic and Rangers, it's a bit more like the Spurs Arsenal in the sense
Yeah.
of, and it's a bit more quality about it. It's when he's playing teams like Falkirk, Dundee, and all those teams that are fighting for something.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have got this. Where there's a bit slightly, they have one or two players of quality.
Oh, lovely from Brennan Johnson there. Finds Sarr. He needs to find a man. Rishi. Oh, Rishi. Oh,
It was
dearie
unfortunate.
me.
It was unfortunate that.
Just trying a little bit too much a few times there. Papasar's running about hard and gives away a free kick. We've given so many of these free kicks away, and every time we do it, Palace are just taking the time. It's naive. Palace just loving it. Got to show a bit of quality, Spurs, instead of just madness running around giving away free kicks and letting Palace take a minute on them every single time. Ball comes into the box again. Oof. Okay.
Come
Van
on.
der Ven finds Udogi. He's got a chance. Can he find Werner down the line? No, he can't. 20 minutes to go. There should be a lot of added time as well, but there probably won't be. Solanke does well again. Good strength from Dom. Oh, he tries to find Werner. Just not quite at
It's
the
not
right
happening,
ball.
is it?
Anyway.
If we're going to score at the moment, it looks like
Pape,
it's
just
going
give
to
it
be
easy.
a bit
Well
of luck.
done. Man on, Biss. Man on.
Suma, that's it.
Well done.
Done.
Basuma finds Udogi. Timo comes short for him when he wanted him to go long. And that's another throw-in. Basuma just... Turn. Oh. Comes to Romero. He's getting his head up. No, nothing going. Finds Porro to the right. He hasn't got much on either. Oh, I tell you what. Rishi's in. Oh,
he
his
just
first
couldn't
touch
take
is
it.
horrible.
Couldn't take it in his path.
Oh, I'm Rishi.
Couldn't take it in his path.
He's miles on side as well.
Chelsea still winning 2-1. West Ham are beating Manchester United 1-0. Somerville.
That's not a surprise, to be honest.
Yeah, it is at the Olympic Stadium. So, and Palace are obviously beating us. Frustrating.
Who have we got next in the league?
Villa at home.
No. Yeah.
I
He was in a good position there, but his touch was horrible.
I don't even know how to take that game right now. Next week either.
Don't even think about it.
I might as well. This game's giving me nothing.
Palace very happily taking all their time here. They just hike it forward. Challenge Van der Ven for the first one. How's your touch, Biss? Not bad, but it gives Werner a horrible pass. Don't blame Werner, mate. That was your fault.
No, but this is going to be the problem now. They see him as a scapegoat online for us fans, and we'll scapegoat him on the pitch as well.
We haven't made Dom Solanke a single chance in this game. Palace just up and undering it all the time and then winning the second balls. It works. Literally works. Well done, Pat Matsar, and Porro does an up and under of our own. It's 2-on-2 back here, but Palace do well. Oh, brilliant from Brennan Johnson, though. Beats Gay now. He's got one-on-one with him. Get to the byline here, Brennan. How's your cross? Dips to the back stick. Rishi gets up, but Palace deal with it pretty easily, I'd say. Oh, dear. And he's plowed through Doggy.
Lovely
Basuma nicks it. Now, Sarr, find someone better. Find a ball here, Pap. Gets out wide to Porro. Back inside to Pape. It's a little bit lethargic here from Spurs, but they find it out to the left and give it to Timo. He needs it in front of him. Right, get to the byline here, Timo. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be a goal kick.
Come on, Spurs.
This isn't going to happen, boys.
Believe, Barnaby, believe. Come on. It's been so poor. We can get one.
Can we do a Coventry? That's what we need.
Never even thought about that, but yeah, you're right.
It's very similar to that game, isn't it?
It is very similar, yeah. Just wasn't happening for us, and then
Dom, can you put Rishi in there? No.
the problem is that quality came a bit...
Well done, Timo. Go on, win a free kick or something. Handball? No.
No.
Palace just defending for their lives. Good touch from
Go
Bis there.
across.
Pape, find him. Put it in front of him. Okay, I don't mind that. Pedro dinks it to the back stick. Chance. Chance to...
Oh, Richie!
Comes all the way to Rishi at the back and he doesn't get anything on it. What's he doing? Stop laughing. It's a good cross from Pedro. It's a really good cross.
Goes
Solanke
over.
tries to get up and it just
Oh,
bounces in front of
him.
Rishi. Yeah, okay. I mean, he needs to kind of just put his studs on that and get lucky.
That's what we need to start doing. Just start swinging some balls. We've got two of them in there now. We've got two, like,
Yeah.
big players, like tall
Yeah,
players.
both good in the air.
And both good in the air. So just start swinging it in the box. And like Solanke is very, very clever in his movement.
You doggy now. Ooh, horrible ball. And we get away with it. But then we give it away again. But Pape now coming through midfield. It's going to be a yellow card for Will Hughes. And he takes one for the team.
Come on, Spurs. This is going to be the quickest match reaction we'll ever do.
Yeah, it's not been a lot in it. I mean,
Not been
other than
hardly
Palace,
anything.
probably should be 3-0 up, to be honest.
Like, it's
So
a repeat of the first half. It's just a repeat of the second at the moment.
Really sloppy from
Yeah.
Spurs. Lovely ball from Romero into Porro, who finds a doggy out wide now. Now, Timo needs to get near him, I think. Yeah, but he finds Bissouma. He's going to try and dink. Porro had made a good run. Can you flick it? That's
No,
offside.
it's offside.
Miles offside. But Solanke did well, and yeah, it's a goal kick. I wonder there if Solanke could have backheaded it towards Johnson.
Yeah, possibly.
Come on, Spurs. 13 minutes to go, plus any added. The only positive I can think is that we're not more than 1-0 down here against a team who haven't won a game all season. All week, everyone's been talking about Dr. Tottenham.
But do you know what? Yeah, and this is what I don't get. Everyone was talking about Dr. Tottenham, but everyone's saying Andrew's going to change things. You got to make one decision or the other now. Come on, has he changed anything? He must have.
Tactically, well, he put another man up front, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's really worked for us yet.
If you believe in Ange, man, like Dr. Tottenham should not have been coming out your mouth as well.
Or Rishi. Oh, it's a bad touch from Rishi, but he does. Second ball, he does all right. Porro
Porro,
now and on the
come
right.
on.
Solanke's just making a little. Yeah, good ball back to Pape here. He needs help. Finds Porro again. He's on his own a little bit now out wide. Needs to find Pape. Does.
cross it.
Just drive at the box. Drive at the box, yes. Nice idea that, but comes through to the keeper. Basically, Pape tried to just do a little dink ball through a flat defence, and it didn't find any of our men. And Henderson's just going to hold on to this for 20 seconds now.
Come on.
What's that?
United at 11.
Man United have equalised. Palace with another long ball. But we win the second one this time. Bissouma gives it to Sarr, who plays a nice ball in Solanke. Can he find Werner? Is he onside there? It's going to go off the pitch, is it?
Yeah.
No, Werner does well.
Does well.
I wonder if it'll be offside anyway, but just get a decent ball in here, Timo. Gets the cross in. It is a decent ball. Good defending. And clears out to Eza, who does beautifully. And Spurs win it back with Romero there. Man on the edge of the box, Dom. Oh, dear. Another Palace player goes down. Cramp again. So many Palace players have got cramp because they've been working so hard. Still, there'll be about 12 to 15 minutes to go here, so can Spurs make the most of it?
So Chelsea 2-1 still. And West Ham 1, Man United 1, Casemiro with the equaliser.
Casemiro.
3,500 of you in the chat. Please make sure you check out Barnaby Slater. Please go click on the link. And if 280 of you could go to Spurs Kings TV and hit that subscribe button, help me out. It's 280 of you. That's all I need.
get there. Press that subscribe button to watch Marlon go nuclear this week.
I'll let Ash go nuclear this week.
Palace just on the floor this second half, just taking so much time, and you would, wouldn't you?
Come on, 208 of you. That's all I need.
And this is the goal they're showing now. So Van der Ven gives it away, and then no one tries to stop the cross, as usual. And it's actually
Eze,
Eze
yeah.
with a little, almost accidental Cruyff flick
Nah,
pass.
he meant that.
Well, if he meant it, it's brilliant.
It's brilliant. He meant that. That was absolutely. I thought he deflected off of him, but no. Oh,
Palace have
what
taken 3 minutes here for cramp. Like, literally 3 minutes. And Sportman's going to come off here. If this ref finds less than 6 added, you know, it's a joke.
He'll find it. Thank you to everyone in the chat. 260 now. 260.
Palace with another long ball. Romero wins it. Rishi now up for the second one.
Come on.
Solanke. Pape Matasar up against Eze. Eze does well. Drops to Bissouma. Oh, God, Bissouma has done something mental there. Palace in down the left here. Romero holds up Nketiah, who finds Eze, who drives at Bissouma easily. And Spurs win it back here. And Timo now. What can you find, Timo? Finds a good ball to Porro. Brennan's made a bit too straight. Oh, dear, it's a horrible ball from Porro. Oh, God, that is depressing, I have to say. That is so depressing.
The thing is, you're asking for extra minutes. Would we do anything in them?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just getting to that point, isn't it? Oh,
Mitchell's going to get a cross in here. It's a good cross.
a lovely ball.
Oh, now a real chance for a shot on the edge of the box for Palace. It's going to be Wharton, but he's just had cramp, hasn't he? Oh, he's had a great shot and saved by Vicario. Spurs haven't had any shots in the whole game, basically.
We haven't, have we?
No.
Apart from Madison's.
It's a great save, actually. I
Yeah.
have to say.
Apart from Madison's save by Henderson.
That is full stretch from Vic and a
yeah.
good, strong wrist. It's going to be another corner to Palace. But Spurs just haven't opened them up. They haven't had any shots from outside the box. They haven't had any chances from crosses in the air. There was that one chance at the beginning of the second half where Kulusevski should have gone with his right foot. Be strong here, Vic. Okay, punches and shot over the bar from Wharton
I don't
again.
mind. Do you know what? I don't mind things like that because if Wharton's got to hit a bloody great strike.
I would say he did okay to punch it there, but I think no one was challenging him, so he should probably catch it, but he doesn't want to.
He's not going to, is he?
No. And this is where Spurs just look completely devoid of ideas at these goal kicks.
Yeah.
Just drawing on Palace, who've got 3 men pressing. And in the end, I think it'll be Vicario trying to dink it over to someone. He plays it out to Doggy, who's under pressure. Van der Ven now. It has to go long. It's actually a good ball and a good turn. Is that Solanke? Yeah, Solanke did well. I think he's won a free kick, has he? What? Oh, he's given a free kick all the way back where Van der Ven was. What was that for? Now Bissouma has to go sideways. Romero looking for options. No movement, in fact.
Oh, we've had a super chat from Espen Anderson. It says, if we lose, that's 9 of the last 15 in the Premier League.
That we've lost. Or Timo wins a free
I
kick.
wonder if he's talking about away.
Timo has just been fouled and the ref has given nothing. And now Palace are in.
I reckon he's talking about our away form.
What's he given here? He's given a free kick to Palace here, the guy, has he?
Yep.
What for? Timo is absolutely taken out. Oh, and it's a booking, is it? For who? Solanke? 84 minutes. This is boring, frankly.
I'm trying to work that out. If he is talking about the Premier League.
Is it Rishi booked?
How many games we played in the Premier League so far this year? 9? Or is it the 8th?
9th, I think.
Yeah. Could be right.
So Timo is absolutely wiped out here, not given, and it was Munoz again, should have been sent off. And then Richarlison just plows through him.
I thought it was...
Don't forget, we will have a instant match reaction after this game and a post-match fan show. Tune in. Cool. Vicario just has the ball clueless. Just gives it to Romero.
I wish we had a Romario.
Straight away in trouble. Vicario in trouble. Actually finds a good ball to Basuma this time. Turns out he's going to lose it. Does lose it. Udogie helps him out. Sarr helps him out. It's so packed in there, but Sarr's made a bit of space. Porro now on the right. A little bit of space for Spurs. Johnson's got to be outside him. Porro tries the early cross instead, and it's easily cleared by Lacroix. But Timo Werner now recycles the ball. I think I would have had him turned there. Comes back to Van der Ven, who finds Basuma. Spurs just playing it around a little bit now. 85th minute. Sarr comes out again. Is it Porro? It is. Johnson's offering him something, but not much, and he's forced backwards. Palace will be pretty happy with this. Romero finds Van der Ven. Not the greatest pass, but Spurs just moving it from side to side now. Basuma, no options for him to turn, really. Finds his way now to Romero. Get your head up, Christian.
Come on.
He needs...
Just create one chance in
That's
the
actually a good
second
ball
half.
from Porro into Solanke, who turns away,
go on,
drives
Solanke.
down the line.
Unlucky.
It's good defending. Oh, and Palace, the game's going to stop again now. They're bringing on Bentancur.
Oh,
On to Basuma.
You talk about Coventry. Watch. Basuma. Bentancur will probably do something now. Watch. Like that.
I hope so. I think he'll be a bit frustrated to be given 4 minutes. Porro throws it back to Romero. Spurs have just looked absolutely limp in this game. Romero plays it into Rishi. It's a decent touch, but the second ball wasn't good. Solanke fighting hard, gives away a foul. If Spurs got something from this, it would be an absolute travesty.
Yeah. It would be.
But you've seen weirder things happen in the Premier League. And Palace making another
and the
substitution.
And also, thanks to everyone that's subscribed. Now 240 away. 240. Come on.
Wharton coming off slowly, I think it's fair to say.
Help me out. I guarantee Spurs will score if I can get to at least 800 today. Oh, so he needs an operation, and yet he's just literally ran our midfield today.
Yeah.
Adam
So
Wharton.
Wharton's come off for Kamada. Oh, Porro's fallen on the floor, and Eza just totally through as a result. Shoots over the bar. Porro's fallen on the floor about 8 times in this game. Also, you'll notice that the Palace have totally stopped the multi-ball system. Like literally, there's supposed to be balls on the cones, but there are none. And they give it to Vicario again, who's going to try this little dink to Solanke. Oh, it's Richarlison actually. Holds it up all right. Should be a foul. Gives it back to Pape. Oh dear, it's good pressing and a terrible pass from Pape, but it finds Udogie. He's got to find Bentancur if he can. Doesn't. Find Sarr. And Udogie goes again. Timo's run the inside line, which has made us a little bit narrow here. Sarr finds Bentancur. Get your head up, Rod.
Go on, Rodrigo.
Oh,
He's
dear.
led a terrible pass, but got the ball back.
Sarr
turns.
now. He's gone the wrong way.
Sarr's
Sarr's just given it to Nketiah, and they've got bodies here, Palace. Eza is a real threat on the left here. Romero goes out to him. Just holds up play a little bit. Don't foul him, Christian. You know you want to. Don't foul him. He's trying to. Eza turns both ways and now goes for the return as well and gets it. Eza's running this game. Spurs cannot get the ball off Palace. 88th minute. Just one of the worst performances I've seen from Spurs in such a long time. It's basically been 90 minutes of that Brighton second half. Good tackle that time, though. And Spurs win it back. Romero with the tackle, but it comes to Johnson, who finds a good ball into Solanke, who gets a bit of luck and breaks forward. Now, can you outpace Will Hughes? Should be able to. Rishi's free in the middle, but he doesn't trust him.
To be honest, he was offside.
Okay.
You could clearly see he was just slightly in front, and I think... I'm going to defend Solanke no matter what, at the moment.
Lacroix's had the game of his life there today. Anyway, Porro
very
now
good.
into Bentancur. Comes across now to Sarr. He's going to find Udogie. He's going to find Werner, who is one-on-one, but comes the other way. 7 minutes have added, so the referee's got that right at least.
I tell you what, though,
Back to
games like this make you miss Son.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Son
Finds Bentancur. He's got space here.
Not washed, not
Out to
past
Sarr.
it.
who finds Udogi on the left.
Come on.
Comes back to Saar.
Swing
Palace
it
getting
in.
deeper and deeper. Understandably. Romero
Give it
now.
out to Porro. Where's Porro? Where's Porro?
Oh, Romero gave
Thank you.
Bentancur something horrible
Oh,
there, but he's
lovely.
found Porro.
Guys,
Porro
it
gets
in
his
the
cross in.
box. Just cause chaos. Cause chaos.
Bentancur has a shot. It's blocked well by Kamada. Romero wins that header. You got to be careful here, Saar.
7 minutes had
finds
to
it
be
back
added on.
to Vicario. This is Spurs' best chance to play on the nerves of Palace, who are now stopping pressing and starting going deep, finally. Spurs being pushed back now. As Palace do for now press us. Gives it to Bentancur, Vicario. He finds Van der Ven. Go on, use your pace here, Mickey. Well done. Go on, keep going, boy. Finds Timo down the line with a beautiful ball. Timo, confront this guy up now. Go to the byline, Timo. Oh, he's gone the other way. How's your dink? Oh, Richarlison. He's got to go across the keeper there. Richarlison almost waiting for the ball to come to him. It's a good ball from Werner.
Probably been our second best player on the pitch, though. No Ange ball today. It's been horrible.
Timo's done well, I have to say. And Palace go long again. And this time there's no one there. So Spurs finally recycling the ball regularly. Bentancur getting on it. Finds Pape, who goes back to Romero. Mateta still working hard. Fair play to Mateta there. Vicario dinks it up towards Pedro. Oh, dear. Good stuff from Dom Solanke. Wins it off Will Hughes. Tries to find Richarlison in the channel, puts too much on it and goes straight to the keeper. Horrible. Now Henderson's just going to randomly shout, hold it for 20 seconds and whack it high up the pitch.
Oh, what a frustrating afternoon.
Horrible.
Are we allowed to be negative later, or are we allowed to critique it but not be Ange out? Yeah.
Udogi does well. Udogi does really well. Can he find a pass? Does. Into Solanke. He's playing a bit deeper now. Rishi's ahead of him. Solanke, he can't foul him there, Hughes, because he's already been booked. And there's a 2-on-1 here out wide. Porro is in down to the byline. Can he cut it back? Is there a chance? Nobody on the edge of the box. Oh, and Ezra's just murked Bentancur. And they're in down the right here.
Something I never thought I'd hear from Barnaby's mouth.
It's going to be a chance for a shot here if anyone wants to take it, but no, comes to Eza. And they're in down the left here, and Mateta's totally free, if not offside. He's going to run it in the corner here. He is. And Romero does brilliantly. Come on, Spurs. They're tired now, Palace. I mean, so are we, but... Right, come on, Udogi. Come on, Pape Matar. Get outside him, Udogi. He looks knackered, Udogi. Timo looks like the best chance we've got here to make something happen, I have to say. Pape Matar finds Bentancur. But Spurs just stopped. Got 4 minutes of added time left, and Spurs just no movement here. Finds Udogi. Deary me. It's going to end up... Oh, my... Honestly, I cannot. It goes back to Vicario. They are devoid of ideas. Look, Vicario's just standing on the ball. You're losing! Finds Bentancur. Finds Pape Matar, who's going to go sideways again to Bentancur. Turns out well there.
Well done, Benny.
Finds Richarlison, who's got some space. Can he put someone through? He finds Udogi. Oh, he tries to cross it in, and it's a horrible cross.
If they're looking for crosses, just go straight to Porro. Oh, don't do it, Mickey. What's up?
Mickey beaten by Mateta there. You got to help him, Udogi. You got to help him. Well done, Mickey.
Great result for Palace.
Well, they fully deserved it.
Fully deserve it.
Just give it Vicario. Well done.
Come on.
Romero now.
Porro, push forward. Push forward.
This will be Ange again talking about the non-negotiables Spurs haven't put in, and Solanke loses it just because there's no movement around him, and now Eza's one-on-one with Romero. Show him outside. Show him outside. Well done, Romero. Does really well. And actually, it's Richarlison who helped him out there. And now,
that's
no
the thing
option
about
for him. And
Richarlison.
Romero's just going to go forward. Why not?
Come on.
Yeah, Romero's getting on his bike. I don't mind that. Go on, Pape. Give it to Timo. Romero's getting in the middle. I wonder if we'll score see a little Romero goal here. Give it to Bentancur.
Go out wide to Porro. That's it. Because if anyone can put it in the box, it's him.
Here we go. Here comes the cross. It's a good
As
ball.
I
All the way
said.
over, though. Timo tries to keep it on. Does he manage? Looks like he has done. Get your cross in. Too much on it, is there? Dean Henderson has to fist it away, and the lino says it's offside anyway.
Why there's a break in play? 2:30 now. I need 2:30. Come on, there's 3,000 of you. Help me out. Spurs Kings TV. And don't forget to subscribe to Barnaby Slayer as well. And We Are Tottenham TV if you haven't already.
It was Brennan Johnson challenging for that header. There's only a minute and a half left of this now. Henderson just sitting on it. Glasner's biggest result of the season by miles. Ange looking to the sky, and he's going to face more stick, and it's going to be until Wednesday at least when we play Man City.
West Ham have scored as well.
In the League
Jared
Cup.
Bowen. 2-1.
Well,
But the thing is, right, look,
Udogie, you going to throw it? We've got 1 minute, and Spurs just tinkering around with it at the back. Just get rid of it, Vicario.
but do you not, well, I'll ask you later, but you can critique the performance about today and not be Ange out, right? Like, seriously, because...
Yeah, I'm not Ange out.
But then this is the problem. There'll be a lot of people that after this game will watch watch the match reaction and probably go, "Oh, trust in Ange, this, that, and the other." But if we're seeing this on the pitch, another away game as well, and it's just. But this is not even about like. There's not been Ange ball today. This has completely been about who wanted it more.
Yeah. Palace just been up for the fight.
Yeah.
Spurs have been absolute dog shit, I'm afraid. Another long ball comes over the top, Vicario. Can we make another chance? Last 20 seconds of the game. Romero just kind of standing on it a little bit. Finds Udogie out wide. Can he find Timo? No, just a bad ball into Rishi, who does well, actually. Finds Timo. Finds Udogie down the left. Is that a corner? It's a goal kick, that's it. And I think you already knew, did you?
Yeah. I already knew. Because I was checking the Man United score.
And that's the end. Tottenham Hotspur have lost 1-0 at Selhurst Park to Crystal Palace, a team who had not won a Premier League game all season. And today they turned up like it was their cup final, and Spurs just lay on the floor and had their belly tickled. That is the end of today's watch along. We'll be back with an instant match reaction
On a different stream.
on a different stream.